so, DCA finds themselves in the KHSA Boys Sweet 16. And we're so glad to be courtside at Rupp Arena. Joe Mathis alongside Tim Holland. 15 days ago, the last time that DCA was in action, beating Mercer County 39-36 in an overtime win in the 12th Region Championship to win the school's first ever 12th Region Championship. And now, Tim, in the biggest stage of all, playing in front of the most fans they will ever play in front of at Rupp Arena in the most special tournament in the state, the Boys Sweet 16. You look at DCA, they're on the floor right now warming up. I think they're on cloud nine today, Tim, to find themselves in a place that, honestly, I don't think they ever would have thought of finding themselves in even 3, 4, 5 years ago or so.
Yeah, and I kind of made a comment. I was talking to Derek Robbins a little bit earlier. I made a comment that the benefit the girls had, they were here last year. So they kind of got that feel of it. So the big thing for the boys to do is to not get overhyped, get overexcited. Just, play calm, play cool, calm, and collected type of thing. Titus Boyd's going to have like the biggest job trying to keep his guys focused and keep them, pretty much, like I said, focused on the game. So that's just going to be the big thing for DCA to work through.
Danville Christian Academy, South Oldham, these two teams have never met. And when you look at the tale of opposites, you've got a DCA team that is second in the state in defense and points per game allowed, and a South Oldham team that's 14th in the state in points scored. They average just under 75 points per game, and DCA has never seen a team quite like South Oldham in terms of the number of three-point shots this team attempts. They've attempted 1,081 three-point field goals this year. 57% of all of their field goal attempts come from three-point range. They're going to shoot the three-pointer as soon as they get off the bus. That's the way this game is going to start, and DCA is going to have to be ready to play perimeter defense tonight against this South Oldham team led by their head coach, Steve Simpson, who has local connections, a former Lincoln County head coach and assistant at Danville High School as well. He's been at South Oldham now for a quarter of a century. He's the 8th Region Coach of the Year. He's going against DCA and the Warriors. We were able to talk pregame with DCA head boys basketball coach Sean Busick earlier today, and we'll have that pregame interview with Coach Busick coming up next on the DCA Boys Radio Network. It's presented by Stewart Powell Ford Mazda.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Jade Jordan. I live in Lawrenceburg. I worked with Miss Christy Welch. Oh my gosh, it was perfect. She made everything completely smooth. We knew nothing about the home buying process. It was me and my husband's first home. Walked us through every single step and truly treated us like we were family. Answered every question. She looked out for things in the houses, truly listened to what we wanted, found things that fit us, truly felt like a friend after the process.
Welch Homes Real Estate. Welcome home with Welch Homes.
At Monticello Bank, helping your business thrive is our business. We offer a variety of products designed to make banking easier. Whether your company is large or small, you can count on us to provide accounts, loans, and other services built around the way you do business, including e-deposit, our remote deposit capture system, and merchant processing. Speak with one of our representatives and let us help you solve your business financial needs today. Monticello Bank, where people matter. Member FDIC. On the Danville Bypass.
Mike Gay here. Everyone at SD is cheering for our local high school teams this season. We're proud to be a sponsor and are rooting for your success both athletically and professionally. Good luck. Have a great season. And from SD in Harrodsburg and Danville, we're behind you all the way. For more information about our commitment to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place and learn more about our job opportunities, visit sd.com/careers. That's ESSITY.com/careers. sd.com/careers.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our mini branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Danville Deal Maker. Bob Allen.
At Bob Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Lease a new 25 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $349 per month for 24 months. $6,053 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 lease miles per year. Stock M25145. Bob Allen GMC, located on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Joined by DCA boys basketball coach Sean Busick as the Warriors are taking on South Oldham in the first round of the KHSA boys Sweet 16 tournament. 6 o'clock tip-off tonight. And, Coach, we appreciate you joining us as your team gears up for its first ever Sweet 16 game. And first question I got to ask you, Coach, you all last played March the 11th. It's been 15 days since you last played. How did you handle the time off, and what did you all do in order to practice and keep the guys fresh, but also maybe not overdo it over a 2-week span without any games?
Well, what we ended up doing is we took some days off. So we went on Tuesday night, and then what we ended up doing is taking off until that Monday, so about a week ago. So we gave the boys some rest time. They were all a little banged up, a little bit tired. And then what we ended up doing was picking up practice a week ago Monday. We were a little rough for the first day or so, but then as the week progressed, we got a lot better. We also, shout out to Campbellsville at Harrodsburg. Coach Sparrow allowed us to practice on the big court a little bit. So we got to go over there for 2 or 3 practices and practice on a bigger floor. So I think we're really well prepared.
Yeah, I'm sure you all, when you were there watching the girls play, there's a lot of awesome opportunities, tournaments, championship games across the state of Kentucky. I've been fortunate to call a baseball state championship, a couple of football state championships, but there's just something different, Coach, about the Sweet 16, the environment, and being in Rupp Arena.
Absolutely. We're just so thrilled to be there. It was a goal when I took the job last May. We hashtagged everything 36.9, and a lot of the guys, we didn't know what that was at first, but then when I let them know, that's the number of miles it is from DCA to Rupp Arena. So we're just so thankful to be able to go 36.9 miles today to go play a basketball game.
I feel like people, Coach, have caught DCA fever as well. And let me tell you about this. I went to DCA in 6th and 7th grade. My brother went there in 6th and 7th grade. The new school was not here across from the radio station. We went to Gethsemane Baptist Church. My brother now lives in Florida. And he said, Joe, whenever the DCA basketball team has some sort of T-shirt that goes, he said, let me know. I want to order it. And so he ordered one living down in Port St. Lucie, Florida. He's got a DCA 36.9 Road to Rupp shirt. Coach, you got fans all the way down in Florida rooting for you all.
Well, we just praise God for them as well. This is, his work, his timing, and we just hope that we can continue to honor him with our attitude and effort. And, I know I sent 2 shirts up to northern Indiana to my sister and her family who are big fans as well.
So we got fans then as far north we know as northern Indiana and as far south as Port St. Lucie, Florida. Coach Sean Busick, Coach, we'll step aside, come back, and let's talk about the South Oldham team, the team that you all are playing tonight, and kind of go in depth about what kind of team this 8th region champion, the South Oldham Dragons, are. We'll talk about that coming up on your home for DCA basketball, 103.9 FM, WHIR, Danville. DCA basketball brought to you by Stewart Powell Ford Mazda.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
Looking for a pharmacy that does more than hand you a prescription in a paper bag? A pharmacist who knows you and your family members on a first-name basis. Raymond Float's Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville offers personal service from people who go the extra mile for you, featuring a compounding service, drive-up window, delivery service, handicapped accessible, multi-dose compliance packaging, immunizations given, plus an app to help manage your medications. Trust the professionals at Danville's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, 127 Bypass behind Cracker Barrel, open 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday.
fun, and relaxing. The most beautiful beds of any inn in the world and an elegant world-class dining room. That's what you get at Mountain Harbor Inn Resort in the lake in Dandridge, Tennessee. What else do you get? A view from your suite of the beautiful Douglas Lake, caressed by the Great Smoky Mountains, as well as a romantic sunset cruise. When you stay at Mountain Harbor Inn, you're staying at the best. Don't believe me? Let the rankings speak for themselves. Previously named the top 10 resort in the world and a member of the TripAdvisor Hall of Fame. Mountain Inn Resort on the lake in Dandridge, Tennessee. Just a 3-hour drive south of Danville.
Step into Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds and discover the enchanting world of Candleberry candles in the huge Candleberry Corner. Refresh your world with an array of fresh cargo scents for your car for just $1.99. Tantalizing tarts, $7.99. Delightful room sprays for $9.50. Small jars are $14.99. Large jars, $25.99. Grand candy jars for $89.99. And a large selection of cookie jars for that special someone at $159.99. Visit Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across the Boyle County Fairgrounds on the bypass for an exhilarating experience like no other.
Spring's finally here. Along with the green grass and blooming dogwoods, spring also means thunderstorms and the possibility of power outages. Here's what you should do if a spring storm leaves you without power. Start at home. Check your fuse box or circuit breakers. Then check with your neighbors to see if they have power. If they don't, that's the time to call your electric cooperative and report the outage. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Danville Christian Academy provides the type of schooling that appeals to many families. If it's something that appeals to your family, you probably already know the positive benefits of a faith-based school. But did you know that DCA's location north of Danville is only a few minutes away from Nicholasville, Wilmore, Harrodsburg, and Bergen? A quality faith-based education in a unique campus setting is closer to your home than you probably thought. Check them out at dcaky.org. Danville Christian Academy. Engaging the truth, empowering the future.
Joined by DCA boys basketball coach Sean Busick. Well, you've got, Coach, a team today in South Oldham, and I'm not sure you all have played a team quite like this. A team that attempts 57% of its field goal attempts from three-point range, and they hit at a 40% clip. They set the state record for most three-point field goals made this year, over 420 made three-point field goals. This is a dangerous shooting from three-point range South Oldham team, Coach. What do you know about this Dragon squad?
Well, they're outstanding, and you really hit the nail on the head there. They are relying on that three-point shot, but they're also relying on their penetration, and that's how they get a lot of those threes. They're very quick. They're good drivers. And what they'll end up doing is they'll drive by you, and if you're forced to help, that leaves a three-point shooter open. And, you know, I've heard some interviews with their coach, and they've actually every morning their team is out on the shooting gun. They've got one of those shooting guns as we have, and they're just constantly shooting. So they are a outstanding team that we're going to have to keep out of the paint first and foremost. That way, if we can contain that penetration, we're going to have an opportunity to match up the shooters a little more quickly. So can't give them any open looks. Certainly offensive rebounds and kickouts, they get them in a variety of ways. So that's going to be one of our priorities, is to contest every shot with a high hand.
Yeah, 11th in the state in scoring, 74.1 points per game among Sweet 16 teams. They are third, only behind St. X and Great Crossing. They started off the year 5-3 through the first 8 games, but since that point, 24-2 over the last 26 games. That includes a 13-game winning streak, which is the longest for South Oldham in their head coach Steve Simpson's tenure there, 25 years at South Oldham. Interesting numbers, though, between wins and losses, Coach, and this is probably easy to figure out when you look at the way they shoot it in wins. In their 29 wins this year, they shoot 40.6% from three-point range. In their 5 losses this year, 30%. So there's a 10 percentage point difference in the three-point shooting between wins and losses, and you all have got to be ready to guard the perimeter tonight.
Absolutely, and, you know, this is a great basketball team. They're so unique, they're hard to prepare for. And so, you know, we've done our best to prepare for it. Each day we worked on contesting shots, And that's going to be, like I said, a big key. Keep them out of the paint, contest shots, and keep that ball out of the middle where they can't kick it back out for the three-point shot.
Coach, what's you all schedule for today? We know there was a pep rally at DCA before you all took off, and so what's your schedule? What games are you all going to be watching, maybe getting there early, catching in some of the early games before you all take the court?
What we're going to end up doing is we're going to go to the hotel, drop our stuff off. Once we drop our stuff off, we'll probably head on over to Rupp and watch some games. Certainly St. X and Jeffersontown play, I think, at 1 o'clock. That's going to be the most important game to us because obviously the winner of our game plays the winner of that game. And then we'll come back to the hotel, relax for a little bit, and then head back over to Rupp around 4:30, get ourselves ready to play, and tip off at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's just a special time. It's a half day at DCA today, and we know everyone's super excited to be there. Coach, what's the keys to a victory tonight versus the South Oldham Dragons to move on to the Elite Eight of the Sweet 16 tournament?
Well, I think the first key you've already hit on, we're going to have to really guard the three-point line. And when we're guarding the three-point line, that means we're going to have to stop penetration. We're going to have to keep the ball out of the middle of the court on the pass. And then I think beyond that, I think we're going to ourselves have to take care of the basketball and dominate the paint. That's, a real contrast of styles. They're a three-point shooting team. We like to get the ball inside. So hopefully we're able to do that and take care of the ball. And if we do those things and rebound well, I like our chances.
DCA boys coach Sean Busick. You got some players there with you, I think, in the background, right? You got Big Lou, and I think you said
Eli Perez and
okay.
Jeremiah Steeple are our players that are in, along with a few other JV guys. And
okay.
Lake 10 is with us as well.
Okay, you want to pick whoever you want to. You can pass the phone to whoever you want. We'll talk to them.
All right. Let's see. Do I have any volunteers?
Somebody raise your hand.
Well, they're all raising their hand. It looks good.
Okay, good.
Big Lou. I got Big Lou sitting right next to me. He's the closest, so he can get the phone.
There you go. All
so
right.
I'm going to pass you over to Big Lou. Here's Big Lou.
Lou, you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Never talked to you. I mean, I've seen you play tons of times, and I don't know if you remember this, Lou. You probably don't, but one of my favorite all-time pictures, my son, Jack, went to preschool there, and I got this picture. You're playing basketball out in the playground, and Jack is trying to guard you. And, of course, Jack is a preschooler, and he could walk through your legs, you standing straight up. You're so much taller than him, and you have a big grin on your face. You're trying to cross Jack over, and Jack is doing his best to guard you. So, Big Lou, I'm glad to talk to you. Tell us how excited you are for tonight's game versus South Oldham. How excited are you?
I'm excited. I can just explain it. Just our goal this year, and when Coach came here, just gave us that goal at 6.9, and we've been working toward it until now, We're excited just to, do more on the stage we've been given.
I've said before multiple times, I feel like, Lou, that you're maybe like you're one of the fan favorites amongst the entire 12th region. Everybody loves Big Lou. You get a block, the crowd yells Lou. You dunk it, the crowd yells Lou. How does that feel to hear your name yelled by the DCA fans? They love you so much.
No, I've been like a distance of my family, just coming across, across the world, just to be here in DCA. They've supported me a lot, They've taken care of me, from, since 2020 until now. So they've been my greatest support in my family.
Yeah, I love it. Good stuff. What's your favorite thing to do, Lou? Dunk it or block it? On defense, blocking it, would you rather have a big monster block or a big monster dunk?
Out of all those things, a 3.
What'd you say?
A 3. If I hit a 3.
Oh, you want to hit? That wasn't an option. Wait a minute. So forget the dunking and the blocking. Watch the 6'11" Big Lou Yay hit a big 3-pointer. Lou, appreciate you being on, buddy. We'll see you tonight, and good luck tonight versus South Oldham. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right, yes, sir. There you go. That's Big Lou. Sean Busick as well, the DCA head basketball coach. Lou is a senior at DCA and playing in his final games, regardless of how long DCA makes it through this Sweet 16, playing in his final games there at DCA. Been a joy to watch him compete and play for the DCA Warriors. Sean Busick, the DCA head coach, we appreciate you being on as well. Good luck tonight versus South Oldham, and we'll continue tracking you all's journey throughout the Sweet 16. We have more pregame coverage coming up your way on the Stewart Powell Ford Mazda coverage of DCA boys basketball, the Warriors in the Sweet 16 in 3 minutes on your home for Warrior basketball, the Hometown Radio Network.
Your next career is waiting for you Thursday as the Danville, Boyle, Garrett, Mercer, and Lincoln Chambers, along with Develop Danville, are all sponsoring a huge job fair this Thursday, 10 to 2 in Danville at the showroom on Lebanon Road. Over 50 companies and organizations have jobs in healthcare, manufacturing, education, social service, and many more. They'll be on hand needing workers. Z105 will be broadcasting live 11 to 2 with free burgers, hot dogs, and Pepsi products during the huge job fair 10 to 2 this Thursday in Danville at the showroom, Lebanon Road, and Danville Bypass.
With a limited number of homes on the current U.S. market, you need an agent with the right connections, technology, and strategies to achieve your home buying or selling vision. Thank goodness for Tammy Carr's RE/MAX Elite Realty of Danville. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed and want someone to take the wheel, or you have it covered and just need a second opinion, you can rest assured Tammy Carr of RE/MAX Elite Realty is the right agent for any level of service in any market condition. When buying or selling, call Tammy at 859-245-1165.
At Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we are proud to be your hometown dealer for many reasons. Selection, service, convenient location, and our people. Your friends, family, and neighbors. Since 1949 at Stuart Powell, we make it easy. Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. Visit us on the Bypass in Danville or online at stuartpowell.com.
I'm Alan Goldie with Goldie Financial in Harrodsburg. Is it time to increase your retirement plan contributions? And I can help you determine if it would be in your best interest to revisit your retirement planning goals. Call me today, 734-4400, or simply stop in. We're located at 116 West Poplar in downtown Harrodsburg. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Give us a call at 734-4400. Goldie Financial, member SIPC.
Start your day the Hardee's way by mixing and matching these specials. You'll enjoy an order of biscuits and gravy, or get a steak biscuit, or get a sausage and egg biscuit. Choose any two for just $5. When it's time for lunch, I have a hunch you'll love these great values. Mix and match a hot ham and cheese, or a double cheeseburger, or a chicken tender wrap, or a chili dog. Mix and match any two. That includes fries and a drink for just $5.99. Hardee's, Shelby Street, Junction City. It tastes like America.
If you have been involved in an accident, take your vehicle to a body shop who gets the job done right the first time. This is where Himes Body Shop in Lancaster comes to mind. With all the updated, top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art equipment, computerized mix and matching of paint, and free pickup and delivery within a certain mile radius, Steve offers 40 years in the body shop repair business. A proud supporter of high school sports is Himes Body Shop, 953 Stanford Street in Lancaster. Like them on Facebook.
Joe Mathis alongside Tim Holland. We are courtside for Rupp Arena, DCA versus South Oldham. About 5 minutes away from introduction of the starting lineups. We can tell you those starting lineups right now that have been given to us. DCA, we're out the same starting five we've seen over the last couple of weeks. Again, Billy Inman is out for today. He was expected to be out for the rest of the season following some issues, I believe, in a ligament in his ankle, and he's on crutches. He is in his sport jacket and tie and things of that nature, so he's not going to be playing in tonight's game. So it's the same starting five we saw in the region semis and the region championship for DCA. That's a sophomore guard Eli Perez, who wears number 10, senior guard Titus Boyd, who wears number 12, number 22, Cole Danisman, the junior, who will start at one forward spot. Big Lou, 6'11", wears number 35, will start at one forward spot. And then Lake at 10, who wears number 15, will start at one forward spot as well. That's Perez and Boyd in the guard spots, Danisman, a 10, and a Ye in the forward spots. For South Oldham, the Dragons, the winners of the 8th Region Championship, back in the state tournament for the first time since the 2016-2017 season, and their 4th time overall in this Sweet 16, led by head coach Steve Simpson, the 8th Region Coach of the Year, and also featuring the 8th Region Player of the Year, Julian Miles, who wears number 50. He is a sharpshooter, averages 22.3 a game. He is also a 2,000-point scorer. So you have Boyd on one side with 2K. You have Miles on the other side also with 2K points. Brooks B, forward, wears number 34. Xander Searcy, the guard, wears number 23. William Burnside, the forward, wears number 12. And then Jake Fithian, the guard, wears number 0. Again, that's Fithian, Burnside, Searcy, B, and Miles. This South Oldham team, you heard Coach Busick say during the pregame interview the importance of rebounding. You think, well, surely that's something that DCA can do basically better than anybody else's rebounding because of the size they have. This South Oldham team probably has more size across the board than really any team DCA's played this year. They have 13 players listed on the varsity roster, South Oldham does. 12 of the 13 are 6 foot tall or taller. So they're not going to have, they don't have any 6'11 guys, right? They don't have a guy the size of Louis A. or a guy the size of Lake of Tim. But you get Burnside down there at 6'6". You get Joaquin Siakam at 6'4". You get Julian Miles, we mentioned him, at 6'2". They play a lot of inside-out games, South Oldham does. A lot of their three-point attempts come on offensive rebounds. They kick it back out, they get open looks, or they go down low to a young man, whoever is maybe posting up, then they kick it back out top. So the inside-out game is huge for South Oldham. DCA has got to be prepared. And again, as soon as this game tips off, as soon as that ball goes in the air, DCA has got to lock down on perimeter defense.
Yeah, they do. And so the thing that could really help them out is, like I said, with his height. And that they will be able to not have to double team when a guy comes into the middle. They can kind of work on him single with the height, and so they won't have to be running as much. But I guess, Joe, we're about ready to hit the national anthem here.
That's exactly right, yeah. I was preparing for the game a couple days ago, and I was sitting there trying to remember, how do I prepare for a basketball game? It's been 2 weeks since we've done a game, but 2 weeks, I guess a week since we've done a game, but 2 weeks since DCA boys have played in a game. So we're going to have the national anthem here, and 2 minutes away from introduction of starting lineups courtside. Back in 2 minutes on your home for DCA basketball, the Stewart Powell Ford Mazda DCA Radio Network.
Church or an old church. Welcome to Bluegrass Pike Baptist Church in Danville. They are an independent King James Bible-believing Baptist church that is interested in teaching, preaching, and ministering the book to saints and sinners alike. Sunday school, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m., worship service at 11 and 6 p.m. Best of luck to the Danville Christian Academy Warriors from your friends at Bluegrass Pike Baptist Church, located 1400 Bluegrass Pike, Danville.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
New Jeeps cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Lease a new 25 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo X for only $279 per month for 42 months. $64.77 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 7,500 lease miles per year. Lease loyalty required. Stock C 25083. Save during the Jeep Celebration event at Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Now available at Farmers National Bank, free checking and a free gift. Simply open a new Farmers National Bank personal or business checking account and receive a free gift. Minimum required deposit is only $50. We make the process fast and easy. Call 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our 12 convenient locations. Farmers National Bank, with locations in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Perryville, Stanford, Liberty, and Middleburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hungry for some Lenten meal specials?
Hi, this is Jimmy letting you know about some of our seafood options, including grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, grilled shrimp, or you can do a combo with grilled tilapia and shrimp, fried jumbo shrimp, hand-battered cod, our delicious hand-battered cod sandwich with fresh French fries. As always, we only use fresh ingredients made to order. That's at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville in the Greenleaf Shopping Center.
Dine in or take out fresh from our family.
We are just about set to dim the lights here at Rupp Arena and give you the starting lineups by the PA announcer here courtside. South Oldham at 29-5, winners of the 8th region. DCA at 29-3, winners of the 12th region. DCA, the visitors on the scoreboard. Navy blue jerseys for DCA. Their road in navy blues. Navy blue tops with Danville Christian in block white letters outlined in gold. Numbers in between. The Danville at top and the Christian at the bottom. And the white kind of hexagon on the side of those shorts with the DCA logo in the middle of that shape there on the side of their shorts. South Oldham, where we sit, we sit actually opposite from where we sat for the girls tournament. Just by a random draw, the DCA girls were the home team in every game that we did. The DCA boys are the visitors in tonight's game. So we actually sit on the right side of tonight's game instead of the left side where we set for the girls. So I actually can't see South Oldham's uniforms. We're on the third row and press row, a stair-step press row, but we sit in the third row and trying to look down to our left. South Oldham is obviously going to wear white, and their colors are white and green, so we assume they're trimmed in green. They have a massive student section here for South Oldham. They are all donning neon greenish, yellowish shirts, like pool noodle yellow almost. DCA's got a good crowd here as well, but just sheer size of the school, South Oldham's got them outnumbered. But Tim, even from what we saw last week, a week and a half ago with the girls' game, the crowd in here today is probably about 4 times the size of the girls' game.
Which
they
we
pack
were
in here.
told that.
Yes, we were told it was going to be, like even more people here for the boys' tournament. This is the first one that we've done, and you certainly can see that. And they've had some great crowds already earlier today. If you did not hear, already a huge upset. Jeffersontown over St. X. That St. X team was not only favored to win the state tournament, but kind of favored winning going away. The thought process was St. X is the favorite by far. Maybe Great Crossing could give them a game. St. X is done. So the winner of this game gets Jeffersontown Friday afternoon at 1:30 in the afternoon. I was talking with someone just a couple of minutes ago, Tim. They said, obviously J-Town, but there's 14 other teams in this tournament that are breathing a big sigh of relief right now, seeing that St. X is out.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's all you heard about all year. That's all you look at the schedules, you look at the scores. St. X has been dominant. And so now teams, J-Town, of course, they beat them. But then DCA's looking, okay, we get past them. We don't have to face St. X like we thought we were going to. So, I think kind of that takes a lot off the tournament, makes it more exciting, I think.
Yes, yeah. And that's one of, I guess, the benefits of having a blind draw tournament.
Yeah.
If you seed the teams 1 through 16, more than likely St. X ain't losing a first-round game. But you get a blind draw tournament, Jeffersontown and the 16 seed. And St. X obviously is not the 1 seed because there's no seed placement, and so you just kind of get the toss-up of the ball, and that's the way it worked for J-Town today. Lake of 10 has been introduced. You may hear the big Lou chants in the background. Louis Ye will high-five Titus Boyd and go give a fist bump to the officials. Boyd, Danisman, Perez, a Ye, and a 10 for DCA. For South Oldham, it's Miles, Fithian, Burnside, B, and Searcy. This is a very, very senior-heavy South Oldham team. 4 of their top 5 scorers are seniors. And so they're going to be hit hard by graduation. Lights are on. It's going to be a Big Lou who will jump at midcourt for DCA. And looks like he will jump against number 12, William Burnside. He is the Dragon who has the most size, 6'6". William Burnside.
Lake's going to jump.
You're right. They're actually going to have Lake jump. This is the first time all year, I think, that we've seen Lake jump.
I think Lake did last game. He's a little bit quicker off the ground. And teams were getting Lou because they could get up off the ground quicker and get the ball before it hit his height. And so Lake's a little bit quicker off the ground. And like I said, we saw him when they did this on the region championship game.
So it's Lake of 10 who will jump against Burnside. The only basically difference here is that you have the media timeout under 3 minutes. Besides that, it's just like a typical high school basketball game. Coach Busick is right in front of us, praying right now as this game gets underway at Rupp Arena, home of the Kentucky Wildcats and home of the KHSA Boys Sweet 16 tournament. 3 officials on the floor. The noise here is so much louder than last week in the girls tournament. Lake of 10 to our right, Burnside to the left. Tip is in the air, controlled by DCA. And we are underway for state tournament action on the Hometown Radio Network. Titus Boyd goes to Perez, back to Boyd. In backcourt, immediately a little bit of a loose full-court press here by South Oldham. On the right block to a 10. Bounce pass in the baseline to a Ye through his hands out of bounds. It'll go to South Oldham. Sean Busick, head coach of DCA. Steve Simpson, the head coach of South Oldham. Again, the 8th region coach of the year. They played some tight games in that 8th region tournament. Backcourt, South Oldham has the basketball. Far sideline, they'll go to Miles. That's the 8th region player of the year. Back up top to Searcy. Searcy near sideline to Fithian. Back to Miles. Long left wing 3. Too hard. Rebound snatched in the air. Taken with 2 hands by a Ye who goes to Boyd. Boyd left hand dribble in the front court. Cut off by Miles. Knocked away. Taken away by Miles. It's a 2-on-1 break. Miles beats Boyd down the court. Lays it up and in. There's Julian Miles, 22.4 a game. He has his first two in this one, 2-0. South Oldham leads. A 10 will drive left to the block, lays it up off the glass and good. First two for DCA. Comes from Lake of 10. DCA's leading scorer, 16.5 a game, 9 rebounds a game. Also an 81% free throw shooter, leads DCA in that regard. It's 2-2. South Oldham has the basketball. Right side, that's Fithian, the second leading scorer. Goes in the corner to Burnside. Back deep in the right wing to Fithian. And already Jeremiah Stiefel will check in for DCA at the next end ball. Right side to Miles. Miles left-hand dribble, circles back around, hands it off on the left wing to Fithian. Back in the corner to Miles, left corner three. Misses hard, rebound tapped up in the air on the floor now. Taken by South Oldham. That's B who has it. Back over to Searcy. He drives him back down low to B. Baseline right hand. Goes back up top, taken away by Boyd. And he steps on the sideline trying to keep the basketball in his hands. South Oldham will keep it, and Jeremiah Stiefel will check in, and Cole Davisman will check out. Cole's been dealing with an illness over the last couple of days, so we'll see if he plays in spurts and how Coach Busick wants to use him. Miles will kick it in up top for B. Left corner, taken away by Lake of 10. A 10 right hand, he's going all the way with a right hand slam, and he missed it. He came up short. He got hung in the front of the rim, and now South Oldham has the basketball. 3, transition, too hard, rebound taken by Stiefel. Well, a 10 had a wide open slam and left it short. Now DCA has it. Boyd baseline to Aye. Aye drives, knocked out of his hands, out of bounds, will go to South Oldham. I think a 10 jumped a little bit too early there.
He's still feeling it. He's running back down the floor, making it look like, oh, man, I missed him. Because he did. He had it wide open, but he's not used to dribbling the length of the floor like he did.
Miles, right wing, has the basketball, goes in the corner to Burnside, fakes the three. Already South Oldham 0 for 2 from range. Burnside drives in, nice Euro step, lays it up and in. That's William Burnside, 10.2 points. He leads South Oldham at just under 5 rebounds per game. It's 4-2, Dragons lead over DCA. The first ever matchup between DCA and South Oldham. A 10 right wing has the basketball, swings it to Stiefel. It goes through his hands out of bounds. We'll go to South Oldham. Stiefel thought a Dragon touched the basketball, but the official on that side said it went right through Stiefel's hands out of bounds, and South Oldham will take over. 4-2. Dragons 2 for 5 from the field so far. DCA at 1 for 2, and already 4 DCA turnovers. Searcy drives in, goes in the corner to Miles. Perez on him, crossover Miles, baseline, lost the basketball, kicks it back up top, and it's chased down near midcourt by Searcy. Searcy back in the corner to Burnside. With a yay on him, he'll drive right hand, dribble it up, and then throws it in the backcourt. Right by Jake Fithian in the backcourt. It's a backcourt violation, and the second turnover for South Oldham. An unforced turnover at that. Right now, DCA just needs to calm down.
Yeah.
4 turnovers in the first 3 minutes or so of this basketball game is not what DCA wants, not conducive for a win. Stiefel will kick it up top to Eli Perez. A little zone here from South Oldham. Perez to Stiefel, back over to Boyd. Left wing, they go to Eli. Eli in the corner to Big Lou. Lou back up top to Perez to Boyd. Boyd kicks it over to Stiefel. Stiefel fakes a right corner three, drives between the legs, hop step, swings it back over to a 10. A 10 thought about a right corner three, goes back to Boyd. Boyd has the basketball, back to a 10, right corner, fires up a right corner three. It's way short, rebound barely grazes the rim and is taken by Burnside for South Oldham. Burnside hands it back off to Fithian. The senior who averages 13.2 a game, Jake Fithian. Bounce pass back to Searcy, top of the circle. Stiefel picks him up. Man-to-man defense here from DCA. They go to Burnside. Burnside back to Searcy, right wing three, good.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to give them a chance, you can't give them chances. This team is such a lethal three-point shooting team. They're just going to come back, so you got to cut down their offensive chances they've got.
Searcy shoots just 24% from three, but hits that one. Stiefel goes back up top to Boyd. Down low to a 10. A 10 bounce pass to Aye. Reverse layup and good for Lou Aye. Good find by Lake of 10. And Lou kind of creeping down the baseline. Snuck behind South Oldham. Laid it up and in. No look pass in the corner to 50. And they go back over. Left wing. Three by B is partially blocked. Rebound is off of South Oldham or DCA. It's off of South Oldham. And we'll go to the Warriors. Is that Aye who closed in that three-point shot?
Yeah, it was Aye.
First block for Louis A. It's 7-4. South Oldham leads. 4 minutes to play, halfway home. And the first quarter from a very loud and busy Rupp Arena here in downtown Lexington. In the first round of the KHSA Boys Sweet 16 tournament, winner gets Jeffersontown on Friday afternoon. Skip pass by a 10 is taken away by South Oldham. Another turnover, the fifth one by DCA. In the backcourt, Searcy has it. He'll drive. Right hand. Hesitates. Goes to Miles on the right wing. Back to Searcy. Searcy fakes a right corner three, and he won't. He faked the Yay blew right by him, and when he did fake, he took that step before the dribble, which we've seen really starting last year, called a lot more on players driving towards the basket. That is the third South Oldham turnover. DCA will take over.
The guys got to learn they can't throw that ball across court pass like a 10 did earlier. I mean, it might have worked in some of the other teams, but right now you can't do that. You got to work it over around the outside of the top.
Stiefel double teamed about 35 feet from the basket. Miles is in there, and the foul's going to be on Julian Miles. It was either Miles or Searcy. And Julian Miles, the South Oldham leading scorer, the 8th Region Player of the Year, picks up his first. And that is South Oldham's first as well. In the corner, a 10, right corner, fakes a 3. Goes back over to Perez, deep in the right side. They'll split the double team, go back to a 10. A 10 right-hand floater, misses long. Rebound taken by Boyd. His putback is no good, but a team follows with a one-hand slam. Reached in with his right hand, easy putback by Lake 10, who has 4 in this one. It's 7-6, South Oldham's lead down to 1. Fithian has it, left wing, double team by Perez and Stiefel. He kicks it back over in the corner to B, and his pass in that far corner to Miles is out of bounds. And we'll stay with South Oldham, knocked away by a 10. Burnside is out, and Colton Werkdole will check in for the first time tonight. And Dre Motley checks in for DCA. Eli Perez is out. Motley, the junior, who averages 1.8 points, just under 1 rebound per game. South Oldham basketball leading 7-6 over DCA. 3 minutes to play. Next stoppage gives us the media timeout. Right corner. Go back up top to Fithian. Fithian left wing to B. Back up top to Fithian. Right side to Searcy. Searcy turns around and gets the play call from Steve Simpson in his 25th year as South Oldham head coach, and Boyd reached in and fouled Searcy. Foul on Titus Boyd is his first. That is DCA's first as well. And right at 3 minutes, that should give us our immediate timeout, I believe. Yes, it does. It's 7-6, South Oldham by 1 over DCA on the Dexter Reitmeyer Insurance Scoreboard. DCA Basketball brought to you by Stuart Powell, Ford, Mazda, Mac in 2 minutes. Right here in your home for DCA Basketball, 103.9 FM, WHIR.
Hi, this is Scott Bottoms of Danville Office Equipment. We are your locally owned office equipment company that provides a full line of office supplies, furniture, and printing for your office. We are also an authorized Savin dealer and can equip your office with the latest in multifunction machines to allow you to print, copy, scan, and fax with the most outstanding quality in the market. Visit our store on Main Street in the heart of Danville or online at doe.bz. Danville Office Equipment, 233 West Main Street. Best of luck to the DCA Warriors.
At Johnson & Pullman Insurance, they believe independence works better together. That's why they partnered with Keystone. Keystone strengthens the agency with industry expertise, relationships, and additional resources that help them better safeguard livelihoods, bolster businesses, and fortify communities, all while remaining locally owned. While working with you, you get the best of both worlds. Natural resources locally sourced. John Funkhauser says, good luck, DCA Warriors. Bring home state titles.
Hi, this is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. If you have a business, we know you didn't start that business to do taxes. Good thing we did. At the Danville H&R Block, we have 5 small business certified tax pros uniquely trained to help you get every deduction and credit your business deserves. With an average of 28 years of experience, our small business certified tax pros have seen it all. Give us a call at 859-236-3281, 859-236-3281, or stop by the office at 216 Brent Avenue in Danville and let us show you why it's better with Block.
We're cheering on DCA and the boys' Sweet 16. I got a new chant for you to yell at Rupp Arena. It goes a little bit something like this. Buy one, add one. And you can do that at McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg. For breakfast, buy a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, sausage burrito or hash brown. Add another one in your order for just $1. For lunch or dinner, double cheeseburger, McChicken, hot and spicy McChicken, 6-piece McNugget, small fry. Buy one, add one for $1. Buy one, add one. And go Warriors from McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg. South Oldham 7, DCA 6 with exactly, actually under 3 minutes, 2:44 to play. Look at the clock, and it said 3. They take 16 seconds off the clock, and South Oldham does have the basketball here in the first quarter, leading 7-6. Miles around the screen as Boyd picks him up. Stiefel did check out of that last time out. He's back on the floor, but he has something in his nose to stop a nosebleed. He is bleeding from his nose right now. Miles, fall-away jumper, bounces home. Good touch from Julian Miles, averages 22.4 a game. He's got 4 in this one, and it is now 9-6. South Oldham by 3. Right side, Motley has the basketball. Motley goes into front court to Stiefel. Stiefel looking down low for a 10. It's taken away by B. B goes far sideline to Miles. Miles into front court. Cut off by Motley, goes in the corner. Wide open. Good look at a 3. Good. That's Colton Werkdal, averages 7 points a game, shoots 43.4% from deep. It's 12-6. South Oldham by 6. Lob down low to a 10. It's over his head. Boyd pulls down the rebound. He'll drive baseline. His right hand layup is good. Kind of behind the basket. Titus Boyd just reached up with his right hand and put it home. He has his first two. It's 12-8. South Oldham by 4. 1:40 to play in this first quarter. Searcy double teamed in backcourt. Now kicks it up to Fithian. Goes back on the left side to Miles. Back up to Fithian. Where's number 0? The senior for South Oldham. Near side over to Searcy. Right now, the South Oldham Dragons 2 for 6 from three-point range. Miles drives in, knocked away, goes back in the corner to B. He's double-teamed, back to Miles, fakes a right corner 3. He'll drive baseline, swing it back over to Werkdal, left corner 3. That one's short. Rebound is taken up off of the fingertips of a 10. And we have a foul down low on, is it on Lou? No, it's on Miles. That's Miles' second. So South Oldham's leading scorer, Julian Miles, picks up 2 first-quarter fouls, trying to block out Louie in the rebound.
Yeah, I guess he must have kind of got his arm around Lou and was pulling him back on it, because I thought Lou had good position, but, we couldn't tell what was on the backside of the play happening.
Stiefel checks out. Josiah Bradshaw will check in for the first time tonight. Bradshaw, the sophomore, averages 1 point. 1 point per game, 0.2 rebounds per game for DCA. Boyd in backcourt, left-hand dribble, swings it back far sideline to Bradshaw. It's South Oldham 12, DCA 8. A 10, right wing, has the basketball, double team back up top to Boyd. He'll drive right hand, lays it up at the rim, missed it, but a 10 follows and puts it on the backboard. Wickerman shot by Lake a 10, who has 6 first-quarter points. It's 12-10. Right wing, South Oldham's Drew Campbell, double team, ball on the floor. Motley's down, knocks it away, comes to Aye. Aye to Boyd in the front court. He does not have numbers and will slow it down with 40 seconds to play in this first quarter. Boyd to the free throw line to a 10. A 10, manned by Werkdal. Back to Boyd, long 3, count it! First 3 of the game for DCA comes courtesy of Titus Boyd, and DCA on a 7-2 run right now. They lead 13-12. First lead of the night for the Warriors. Werkdal skip pass in the corner. It's off Fithian's hands, out of bounds. And the Warrior fans making some noise to our right, back behind the basket. 21 seconds to play in this first quarter. DCA 13, South Oldham 12. And we'll see if the Warriors hold for the final shot here. Motley on the far side will kick it in to Titus Boyd in backcourt. Boyd just leisurely walks down the court. Near midcourt, will swing it back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw swings it in the front court to a 10 with 10 to play now. A 10 double-teamed on that far side, looking down low for Aye. Threw it away. It's taken by B. B goes to Werkdal up the floor. Goes back over in the corner to Miles, and Werkdal's fouled going up for the layup and hits the deck hard. He was actually going for a pass instead of going for the layup. Had he just gone up for the shot attempt, it would have been a shooting foul. But because he was wrapping the pass around in the corner, he's not going to get the free throws. Foul is on Dre Motley. That is Motley's first. That is DCA's second. And with 3 seconds left, Miles will inbound. It comes in blocked from behind by Motley on the little 7-foot jump shot by Campbell. And that's how the first quarter ends, on a 10 rebound on the far side. DCA with not a 7-2 run, a 7-0 run to end this first quarter. DCA 13, South Oldham 12. Second quarter is coming up in 1 minute on your home for DCA basketball, presented by Stewart Powell Ford Mazda, the hometown radio network.
At Ephraim McDowell Health, we understand that a medical procedure shouldn't mean leaving behind the little moments that matter most. That's why we bring advanced care right to your community. Because healing isn't just about procedures, it's about being surrounded by the life you've built and the ones who know you best. Ephraim McDowell Health, rooted in community, focused on health. Discover care that keeps you close to home. Visit us today at emhealth.org.
At Thoroughbred Express in Danville, they provide an unparalleled service experience with top-quality car washes every day. They're all about building lasting, trusting relationships with their customers who always come first. That's why they've crafted the perfect car wash experience, one that their customers will enjoy for years to come. Thoroughbred Express offers special membership packages, and just for $10, your first month is covered. Enjoy unlimited washes at a great price. Visit Thoroughbred Express today, located on Houstonville Road, Danville.
DCA closes the first quarter on a 7-0 run, but they need to cut down on turnovers. They have 7 of those in the first quarter as well, but they lead South Oldham 13-12 to begin this second quarter of play. Hey, go Warriors from Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom and her staff at the Boyle County Fiscal Court rooting on the DCA Warriors to get themselves their first ever Sweet 16 win in boys basketball history today against South Oldham. Go DCA from Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly nearly bottom. Tim, when DCA started slowing things down, things started flowing for them a whole lot better. South Oldham has shown they're going to put at least some sort of full court press essentially on every single inbound pass after a made basket. So, DCA, don't get ahead of yourselves, slow it down, play within yourselves, and they close in a 7-0 run. Good into the first quarter.
Yeah, and it is. And it's kind of what I was thinking starting off at the beginning of the game. It's like just don't get overwhelmed, don't get caught in all the excitement, because there's a lot of excitement around here. Just, stay calm, play your game. South Oldham does have an in-your-face type of defense. I mean, they want to have pressure on the ball all the time, and so DCA's done good handling that so far.
Adrian Miles checks in for the first time tonight for South Oldham, averages 3.6 a game. He's a sophomore. Campbell has the basketball as South Oldham starts off this second quarter with the ball in their hands. Over in the corner, that's B who has it. Back over to Workturl. Workturl almost walked. Back up top to Campbell. He'll fake a pass right wing. Instead go to 50 near side. Back over left side to Campbell to the free throw line. Bounce pass on the baseline to B. Good active defense by DCA. And there's a walk on Campbell. He drove in, had nowhere to go. Wanted to swing it back up top, and he saw 6'11" Louis standing right there in his way and drug his pivot foot. So a turnover on South Oldham. That is their 6th already in this game. So DCA with 7, South Oldham with 6 on the turnover department, and DCA will take it. Boyd comes in the front court with a right-hand dribble, knocked away, gets it back, ball on the floor, and now picks it back up, goes to Bradshaw. On the far side, back over to Titus Boyd. He's double-teamed. We'll split the double-team, come to the free throw line, and center things back up top to Lake Atin. Atin turns around, back to Boyd. Left wing. Boyd swings it back over to Atin. Then fakes the 3 to Bradshaw. Bradshaw, long 3. Good!
Yeah, I mean, he was back past the collegiate line. We've kind of heard talking about it before. Guys will get a little confused on which line they're shooting at. But that time didn't matter to Bradshaw.
16-12. It's a 10-0 DCA run right now. That's crossed over 2 quarters now. 50 and left side to B. Back up top to Jake 50 and free throw line. That's Campbell. Back over in the corner. Worked on history. Blocked by a 10. And it lands in the second row of the fans on the far side of the court. Reaches up that right arm. Big Lake of 10. They have listed at 6'9". Wingspan even longer than that. Campbell will check out. And it's Xander Searcy, the junior, who will check back in. Has made one of the 2 threes that South Oldham has made so far in this one. Searcy on the left-hand side. Swings it near side to Fithian. Fithian back to Searcy. Bounce pass to Workdole. Back to Searcy. He'll drive right hand. Hand it off to Fithian. Active zone here by DCA. They go in the corner. That's B. B has 2 guys fly by him. He cross-courts it, and it's taken away by a 10. 3-on-1 break, and a 10 loses the basketball, and it's taken away from behind by South Oldham. Up the court to Fithian. He settles a right wing 3. Good. That ends a 10-0 run by DCA. It's Jake Fithian who shoots 43.4% from three-point range. It's 16-15. DCA by 1. Now the Warriors throw it away. Workdole left side. They go to Searcy. He'll drive baseline. Double-teamed. Goes back in the corner to Fithian. Up top to Workdole. Workdole down low. Man's wide open. B, who stops, pump fakes. Back over to Fithian to Workdole. Right wing 3. That one's too hard off the back rim. Rebound high up in the air. Taken by Louis for DCA. Near sideline. Boyd works in the front court quickly. Left of the block. His follow-away jumper is partially blocked. Saved in by Fithian, and South Oldham has the basketball. DCA kind of gave up on it. Thought it was going to go out of bounds, and South Oldham saved it in. Fithian in the front court. 16-15. DCA by 1. Up top to Miles. Miles goes back to Fithian. He will swing it back to Miles at the free throw line. Lost it. Gets it back. Back up top to Searcy. Searcy in the corner to B. B to Miles. Turns around. Has big Lake of 10 in front of him. And now South Oldham throws it away. Fithian was going back down low to Miles and just went over his head, and Louis has the ball in right in his hands and hands it off to his senior teammate Titus Boyd. Right side to Bradshaw. Just hit one from there. Bradshaw swings it back to Motley. Motley fakes. Will drive in. Go back over to Boyd in the corner. Bradshaw, another 3. Misses short. Rebound tapped up in the air and comes out to South Oldham. Brooks B has it for South Oldham. He'll drive left hand around Boyd. Swings it in the corner, and it's knocked away. Back up top of the backcourt, and it is a backcourt violation. The ball went into the paint, and I couldn't see around Coach Busick who touched the ball last. Apparently it was South Oldham who knocked it in the backcourt. Motley and Bradshaw are out. Stiefel and Perez will check back in. So it's Boyd, Perez, Stiefel, a 10, and a Yeh who will check in. And now DCA, who was on a 10-0 run, has not scored in 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and their lead trimmed down to 1. 16-15. Lob down low to a 10 is way over his head from Titus Boyd. He spun that one in a media row back behind the basket.
Yeah, and Titus knew when he let it go. He had a little bit too much on it, and the 10 couldn't get the height up on there. But now is to see they've got a couple guys switched back in for DCA, a little bit more experience to see how they react to this.
10th turnover by DCA. Werktel in transition. His three's good. Colton Werktel hits his second three. South Oldham's hit 2 threes in the second quarter. They lead again. It's 18-16. Perez in backcourt goes to a 10 deep on the right side, has the basketball. He'll take one step in, no look pass down low to WHIR, who shoved it out of bounds by Adrian Miles. That's Miles' first, but it's South Oldham's first as well here in the second quarter. And DCA's Titus Boyd will inbound it on that right baseline, and Cole Dadisman will check back in for DCA. Louis Ye is going to get his first breather tonight. DCA's turned it over 3 times the last 2.5 minutes. Eli Perez takes the inbound pass from Boyd, misses the mid-range, went halfway home and bounced out, and Fithian has the rebound. Up to Miles, who checked back in. Miles to Werktel. He'll drive baseline, skip pass in the corner to Burnside. Perez and a 10 will double him. Burnside still nowhere to go. Kicks it back up top to Fithian. Fithian backs it back up near midcourt. 4:05 to play in this second quarter in this KHSA Boys Sweet 16 first-round game. South Oldham leads 18-16 over DCA. Long three by Fithian. Good. Jake Fithian hits his second three. 58% of their shots come from three-point range, and South Oldham has already attempted 12 three-pointers in this game. Stiefel drives in, high off the glass, missed it too hard. Rebound on the floor, taken by Julian Miles. Up the floor to Adrian Miles, who's wide open, lays it up and in. Adrian Miles puts it in, and now South Oldham on a run of their own. It is an 11-0 run by South Oldham. It's 23-16, Dragons by 7 over DCA with 3:34 to play in this second quarter. Is it a full timeout or a 30? I did not see.
I didn't see either. At least we know we got a 30, so.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here anyway. Go Warriors from Linex in Danville for all your truck bed liners and truck accessories. Visit Linex on Stanford Road in Danville, saying go Warriors in this Sweet 16 matchup against South Oldham. Turnovers coming back to bite DCA again here in the second quarter, Tim. A run by South Oldham now stands at 11-0. They've hit 3 field goals in a row. DCA has not scored in 3 minutes and 33 seconds. They need some points here.
Yeah, they're trying to push it a little bit too much. It's like they get a couple of missed shots. They start getting a little bit rattled and feeling a little anxious. They just quit trying to push as hard, play to your strengths, and, everything will be good. We've already seen how the defense will play against South Oldham, and when they're not pushing and rattled, defense is playing very good against them.
It's 23-16. South Oldham by 7, 3.5 to play here in this second quarter. Dadisman goes to Perez. Perez on the UK logo, bounces it back to Boyd. He'll go down low to EA in the right block. EA spins, right hand high hook, misses short. Boyd's follows good. When you need a bucket, go to number 12. Titus Boyd has got 7 in this one, who kind of weaseled his way in between some defenders and put the putback home. Stops that 11-0 run by South Oldham. 23-18 in the corner. Burnside, wide open 3. That one's way hard. Rebound tapped up in the air, taken by Fithian, but his putback is no good. And Lake 10 has the rebound for DCA. A 10 to Boyd. Right hand dribble on the front court. He's fouled at midcourt. Trying to split Miles and another defender. If it's on Miles, it's number 3. And luckily for South Oldham, it's not. It's on Colton Werktel. That is his first. And that brings us to our media timeout with 2:56 to play in this second quarter. South Oldham 23, DCA 18 on the Stewart Powell Ford Mazda DCA Radio Network. Back in 2 minutes right here on WHIR.
All right, fans, it's time to strike a pose for the flex game. Brought to you by the Powerhouse Taste of Kentucky Beef.
Back in 2 minutes on WHIR.
The Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex is fun for everyone. They strive to create a Christ-like atmosphere that's safe, clean, and fun. They offer 2 indoor ice rinks, 3 gymnasiums, and 54 holes of outdoor biblical miniature golf. Celebrate the kid's next birthday at the Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex and includes ice skating, gym rental, and mini golf. For complete details on everything they have to offer, Facebook them at Lexington Ice Center. Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex, 560 Eureka Springs Drive. They're fun all the time.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if Auto Owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stewart Powell Ford Mazda here on the Bypass in Danville, where we make buying a vehicle easy. No fast talk, no high-pressure sales, no gimmicks or silly commercials. Just honest deals and a team that takes pride in doing business the right way. For over 75 years, we've built trust by treating our customers like family, offering fair prices and making sure you drive away with confidence. Stop by today and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
Come to Stewart Powell, we can do business.
Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass.
Looking for a pharmacy that does more than hand you a prescription in a paper bag? A pharmacist who knows you and your family members on a first-name basis? Raymond Float's Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville offers personal service from people who go the extra mile for you, featuring a compounding service, drive-up window, delivery service, handicapped accessible, multi-dose compliance packaging, immunizations given, plus an app to help manage your medications. Trust the professionals at Danville's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, 127 Bypass behind Cracker Barrel, open 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday.
23-16, South Oldham leads, 2:50 to play here in this second quarter. DCA basketball, but no more. It's another turnover, the 11th on DCA, as Lake attended the ball in the right corner and thought about driving towards the basket when he did and stuck that right leg out to drive. His foot stepped on where the sideline and baseline meet, so another DCA turnover. In the corner, Burnside has it. He'll drive with a left hand, stop, cut off, nearly walked, go back to 50 and up top to Miles. South Oldham's leading scorer who has 4 so far in this one. He'll cross over on Dadisman, right corner to Burnside. Back to Fithian. Pass nearly taken away. Intended for Miles, knocked into backcourt. It's another backcourt violation. That's the third one on South Oldham. Dragons fans don't like it. Thought Boyd hit it in the backcourt. DCA fans, though, will take the call. And Dadisman will once again inbound it for DCA on that far side. On a very, very good, well-attended night here in the boys' Sweet 16. Perez baseline to a 10, who elevates. His right hand hook is good off the glass. There's a basket for DCA. They needed it badly, but outscored 11-5 here in the second quarter so far. 15 in the front court, 23-20 South Oldham by 3, 2:15 to play here in this second quarter. Miles has the basketball, nearly knocked away by Dadisman. He'll drive right hand, gets in the paint, kicks it over to Werktel. Right corner 3, got it. South Oldham is now 6 for 14 from three-point range. They're nearing that 50% mark. That is not where you want South Oldham if you want to win this basketball game. Perez drives into the paint, spins, gives it off to Aye. Aye follow-away jumper off the side of the backboard, and the rebound's taken by Adrian Miles. Miles goes up the floor to Julian Miles on the right wing. He'll turn around, hand it off to Fithian. Fithian in the corner, back up top to Adrian Miles, right side to Burnside. He'll fake a right wing 3, go back up top to Julian. 1:40 to play. South Oldham 26, DCA 20. In this boys Sweet 16 matchup. Julian Miles, left corner, 50, and he'll try a 3. Got it. They've hit 5 of them here in the second quarter. They've scored 17. Outscored DCA 17-7 in the second quarter. 29-20. Dragons lead by 9 with 1:18 to play. Dadisman to Aye. Aye in the left wing. Adrian Miles picks him up. He'll drive right hand, hand it back off to Boyd. Boyd swings it back over to Perez on the far side. Perez will drive left hand. Splits the double team. Goes to a 10. Baseline off the glass. Missed it too hard. Burnside has the board for South Oldham. A minute to play now in this first half. Fithian hands it back off to Julian Miles in backcourt. Dadisman picks him up as soon as he crosses midcourt. Gets a screen right-hand side from Adrian Miles. He sets up a straight-on 3. Good! What can you do about it? They are 8 for 16 from three-point range. They've made more points from three-point range than DCA has scored in this entire game. It's 32-20. South Oldham's lead is up to 12. Full timeout by DCA. Back in 1 minute on your home for DCA basketball, the Hometown Radio Network.
Cindy Lanham is proud to serve you as your shelter insurance agent in Lancaster. She can help you make sure you get the right coverage at the right price while providing the quality service you expect. Cindy offers auto, home, life, renters, personal articles, insurance, business insurance, ATV insurance, boat, motorcycle, RV insurance, and farm insurance. Feel free to give Cindy a call and discuss your insurance options today at 859-792-6330. She's located in her new location, 100 North Paulding Street, Lancaster.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Another 9-0 run by South Oldham, and going back even further, the last 5 minutes and 32 seconds, it's a 20-4 South Oldham run. They've now outscored DCA 20-7 in the second quarter. They have attempted 16 three-point attempts. They've attempted just 5 shots inside the three-point line, so they're even teetering more to over what they do season-wise in the number of 3 points that they've attempted this game, Tim, and DCA has no answer right now for the perimeter defense.
Yeah, and it's, because right now you don't have to really worry about them doing too much inside the paint. They're not going to. They're doing all their damage from outside the arc, and DCA kind of gets sucked in on that drive when they kick it out to another guy on the three-point line, and just that defense has rotated a little bit better.
The South Oldham team averages 74.1 points per game, 11th in the state in scoring, so it's no fluke they're here. They can fill it up. Eli Perez bounce pass to Boyd in the front court. On the baseline to Aye, who puts it up, missed the layup. Rebound tapped down, comes back to Aye, poked out of his hands, chased down by Miles in the far corner. Miles swings it in the front court to Fithian stops. Transition three, good. Unbelievable. He's got 12 in the second quarter. It's 35-20. South Oldham by 15. Boyd in the corner to a 10. A 10 swings it to Bradshaw. Taken away by Miles with 15 to play. Miles will stop. Fires a 35-footer. Got it.
I mean, if you're not going to block them, they're going to hit it.
38-20 with 5 to play. Boyd in the front court. His three at the buzzer is no good. Rebound taken by Miles. We played one half of basketball. South Oldham has played one really good half of basketball. It's 38-20, Dragons by 18 at the break. They close on a 15-0 run. We break down the first half. Coming up for you in 3 minutes on 103.9 FM WHIR.
At Thoroughbred Express in Danville, they provide an unparalleled service experience with top-quality car washes every day. They're all about building lasting, trusting relationships with their customers who always come first. That's why they've crafted the perfect car wash experience, one that their customers will enjoy for years to come. Thoroughbred Express offers special membership packages, and just for $10, your first month is covered. Enjoy unlimited washes at a great price. Visit Thoroughbred Express today, located on Houstonville Road, Danville.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Together, let's drive at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease a new 25 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $349 a month for 24 months. $54.99 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 lease miles per year. Stock M25188. Bob Allen Chevrolet, located on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Mike Gay here. Everyone at SD is cheering for our local high school teams this season. We're proud to be a sponsor and are rooting for your success both athletically and professionally. Good luck. Have a great season. And from SD in Harrodsburg and Danville, we're behind you all the way. For more information about our commitment to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place and learn more about our job opportunities, visit sd.com/careers. That's ESSITY.com/careers. sd.com/careers.
We're cheering on DCA and the boys' Sweet 16. I got a new chant for you to yell at Rupp Arena. Goes a little bit something like this. Buy one, add one. And you can do that at McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg. For breakfast, buy a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, sausage burrito or hash brown. Add another one in your order for just $1. For lunch or dinner, double cheeseburger, McChicken, hot and spicy McChicken, 6-piece McNugget, small fry. Buy one, add one for $1. Buy one, add one, and go Warriors from McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg.
Your next career is waiting for you Thursday as the Danville, Boyle, Garrett, Mercer, and Lincoln Chambers, along with Develop Danville, are all sponsoring a huge job fair this Thursday, 10 to 2 in Danville at the showroom on Lebanon Road. Over 50 companies and organizations have jobs in healthcare, manufacturing, education, social service, and many more. They'll be on hand needing workers. Z105 will be broadcasting live 11 to 2 with free burgers, hot dogs, and Pepsi products during the huge job fair 10 to 2 this Thursday in Danville at the showroom, Lebanon Road, and Danville Bypass.
Cindy Lanham is proud to serve you as your shelter insurance agent in Lancaster. She can help you make sure you get the right coverage at the right price while providing the quality service you expect. Cindy offers auto, home, life, renters, personal articles, insurance, business insurance, ATV insurance, boat, motorcycle, RV insurance, and farm insurance. Feel free to give Cindy a call and discuss your insurance options today at 859-792-6330. She's located in her new location, 100 North Paulding Street, Lancaster.
DCA led this game with about 6.5 minutes to play in the first half, 16-15. From that point, South Oldham outscored them 23-4. They shot a scorching 8 for 11 from three-point range in the second quarter alone. 10 for 18 from three-point range the entire game in the first half. And that's the story of it right there. South Oldham shooting. DCA has not been able to slow them down from three-point range. And when you can't do that, you're not going to have yourselves the lead against a team that loves to shoot threes. Led in scoring by Jake Fithian, who has 12 points in this one. 9 for Colton Werkler. 10 for Julian Miles, 9 for Colton Werkler, 3 for Zach Searcy, 2 for Burnside, and for Miles. For DCA, the led in scoring by Titus Boyd, by Lecatin, who had 8. Titus Boyd, who had 7. Josiah Bradshaw had 3, and Big Louie had 2. Those are the offensive numbers for you. Tim has defensive numbers. Tim, what do you have?
All right, so for South Oldham, Fithian had 3 rebounds, Burnside 2. Searcy had 1, B had 2, Miles 2, and Julian Miles 2, and Adrian Miles with 1 rebound. I know somebody got our block in there, but this is down the far range, Joe. I couldn't really tell who that one was. For DCA, we have Louie has 3 rebounds, 1 block. Lecatin has 4 rebounds, 1 block. Titus Boyd has 3. Jeremiah Stiefel has 1 rebound, and Dre Motley has 1 block, and that's the totals for the first half.
It's 38-20, South Oldham by 18 here at the break. They always do some halftime competitions between the two competing schools. For DCA, it was Lake Atkins who shot free throws in a free throw shooting contest against South Oldham. South Oldham did win the free throw shooting contest, so they're leading at the half, and they won the free throw shooting contest as well. Now they're doing a puzzle. They flip the about 8 or 9 pieces over, and they have the kids have to flip them back over and put the puzzle back together in the quickest amount of time. So hopefully DCA can win one of these halftime competitions and feel good about something going in the first half, because that's the way this game has gone, Tim. This South Oldham team, we mentioned, they average 74.3 points per game. The last time that DCA scored that many points in a game, scored even 80 points in a game, they've done it twice in their school history, scoring 80 points in a game. South Oldham has done that a handful of times this year, already scoring 80 points. So when we talk about like it being a complete difference in the way even that they game plan and attack, DCA wants it to be low scoring. South Oldham wants to run this thing up and down and make this as high scoring as possible, and they know that that plays right into their hands, because if it gets into a shooting contest, there's no way that DCA can keep up with the way South Oldham. I don't know if there's many teams in the state that can keep up, especially when you shoot 10 of 18 from three-point range.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and we saw like the last one that Miles hit right before the halftime. I mean, he pretty much just took a couple steps past that half-court line and threw it up. I mean, when you're hot, you're hitting everything. And if you don't get a hand up, something to contend the shots, I mean, I wouldn't want to bank it on it. Right now, I wouldn't want to bank on if they're going to miss or not, because right now they're hitting, at a pretty good rate.
Yeah,
so.
56% from three-point range. If you were to tell Coach Busick, hey, you are hitting 40% from three-point range in the first half, you're probably feeling pretty good about yourself until you hear that the other team that shoots, 1,000 three-pointers this season set the state record for most three-pointers made in a single season already, and adding more onto that. They've made 424 coming into this game. They made 10 in the first half, so now 434. So they're padding the most three-point mark that they set earlier this year. You're probably not feeling too good about yourself knowing the other team is shooting 58%. It's 38-20, South Oldham by 18 here at the break. Back in 3 minutes on your home home for DCA basketball is presented by Stewart Powell Ford Mazda on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, this is Scott Bottoms of Danville Office Equipment. We are your locally owned office equipment company that provides a full line of office supplies, furniture, and printing for your office. We are also an authorized Savin dealer and can equip your office with the latest in multifunction machines to allow you to print, copy, scan, and fax with the most outstanding quality in the market. Visit our store on Main Street in the heart of Danville or online at doe.bz. Danville Office Equipment, 233 West Main Street.
Best of luck to the DCA Warriors.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
With a limited number of homes on the current U.S. market, you need an agent with the right connections, technology, and strategies to achieve your home buying or selling vision. Thank goodness for Tammy Carr's RE/MAX Elite Realty of Danville. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed and want someone to take the wheel, or you have it covered and just need a second opinion, you can rest assured Tammy Carr of RE/MAX Elite Realty is the right agent for any level of service in any market condition. When buying or selling, call Tammy at 859-245-1165.
The Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex is fun for everyone. They strive to create a Christ-like atmosphere that's safe, clean, and fun. They offer 2 indoor ice rinks, 3 gymnasiums, and 54 holes of outdoor biblical miniature golf. Celebrate the kid's next birthday at the Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex and includes ice skating, gym rental, and mini golf. For complete details on everything they have to offer, Facebook them at Lexington Ice Center. Lexington Ice Center and Sports Complex, 560 Eureka Springs Drive. They're fun all the time.
If you have been involved in an accident, take your vehicle to a body shop who gets the job done right the first time. This is where Himes Body Shop in Lancaster comes to mind. With all the updated, top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art equipment, computerized mix and matching of paint, and free pickup and delivery within a certain mile radius, Steve offers 40 years in the body shop repair business. A proud supporter of high school sports is Himes Body Shop, 953 Stanford Street in Lancaster. Like them on Facebook.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stewart Powell Ford Mazda here on the Bypass in Danville, where we make buying a vehicle easy. No fast talk, no high-pressure sales, no gimmicks or silly commercials. Just honest deals and a team that takes pride in doing business the right way. For over 75 years, we've built trust by treating our customers like family, offering fair prices, and making sure you drive away with confidence. Stop by today and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
Come to Stewart Powell, we can do business.
Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass.
Right at the break here at Rupp Arena, the KHSA Boys Sweet 16 tournament winner of this game gets Jeffersontown in the second round Friday afternoon at 1:30. If you haven't heard the news, J-Town did beat the tournament favorite St. X earlier in the afternoon. So St. X's season is done. J-Town moves on. And right now, South Oldham is looking like they want to book a date Friday afternoon against Jeffersontown. But still, 16 more minutes to play, and we saw the DCA Lady Warriors come back not from this margin. It was a 13-point deficit against Henderson County in that Friday night game in the quarterfinals to go to the Final Four. Tim, what can DCA do in the second half to gradually begin to erase an 18-point deficit to South Oldham?
Calm down. I mean, really, it's kind of, I've said it the whole game, and I'm going to keep saying it because they're not playing the style they play. They're making kind of a silly mistakes on a lot of things, or passes we see them hit all year as going through the offensive guy's hands. They're kind of thinking about what they need to do before they get the ball and do it. So, I mean, you're down 18. If you're going to come back, you just got to calm down and play a game, because we know you can score, and we know your defense can be very, very strong. It's right now you're kind of letting South Oldham kind of do what they want to. So,
and what South Oldham's doing is not a surprise.
No.
You know, we mentioned multiple times in the broadcast they've attempted 1,081 three-point field goals coming into this game tonight. You have to go back the last 72 games to get DCA to attempt that many three-point field goals, right? So, like South Oldham, they just live and die by the three. And there have been games this year where they have died by it. Again, we talked with Coach Busick before the game began. In games that they lose, they shoot just 31% from deep. But in games they win, they shoot about 41% from deep. Right now, they're shooting 56% from deep, so they're way over that 40% mark that they average in wins. The DCA's got to calm down and do something defensively on the perimeter. You don't have to get it all back. You can't get it all back in 1, 2, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But a gradual run here, a gradual run there. Maybe, Tim, if DCA can just cut it down near 10 to begin the fourth quarter, win each quarter, win each 3-minute block or something like that, and give yourself some sort of chance going into the fourth quarter to move on to the quarterfinals. But right now, it is a tough task. South Oldham 38, DCA 20, second half action coming up for you in 2 minutes on your home for DCA basketball, the Hometown Radio Network.
Start your day the Hardee's way by mixing and matching these specials. You'll enjoy an order of biscuits and gravy, or get a steak biscuit, or get a sausage and egg biscuit. Choose any two for just $5. When it's time for lunch, I have a hunch you'll love these great values. Mix and match a hot ham and cheese, or a double cheeseburger, or a chicken tender wrap, or a chili dog. Mix and match any two. That includes fries and a drink for just $5.99. Hardee's, Shelby Street, Junction City. It tastes like America.
Fun and relaxing. The most beautiful beds of any inn in the world and an elegant world-class dining room. That's what you get at Mountain Harbor Inn Resort in the lake in Dandridge, Tennessee. What else do you get? A view from your suite of the beautiful Douglas Lake, caressed by the Great Smoky Mountains, as well as a romantic sunset cruise. When you stay at Mountain Harbor Inn, you're staying at the best. Don't believe me? Let the rankings speak for themselves. Previously named the top 10 resort in the world and a member of the TripAdvisor Hall of Fame. Mountain Inn Resort on the lake in Dandridge, Tennessee. Just a 3-hour drive south of Danville.
Whether you're looking for a new church or an old church, welcome to Bluegrass Pike Baptist Church in Danville. They are an independent, King James Bible-believing Baptist church that is interested in teaching, preaching, and ministering the book to saints and sinners alike. Sunday school, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m., worship service at 11 and 6 p.m. Best of luck to the Danville Christian Academy Warriors from your friends at Bluegrass Pike Baptist Church, located 1400 Bluegrass Pike, Danville.
At Johnson & Pullman Insurance, they believe independence works better together. That's why they partnered with Keystone. Keystone strengthens the agency with industry expertise, relationships, and additional resources that help them better safeguard livelihoods, bolster businesses, and fortify communities, all while remaining locally owned. While working with you, you get the best of both worlds. Natural resources locally sourced. John Funkhauser says, "Good luck, DCA Warriors. Bring home state titles."
Billy Inman, a senior on this team who had a season cut short in the region tournament, trying to get his guys fired up as third quarter action is set to get underway, and DCA needs something to get fired up quickly. They still have 16 minutes to go but face an 18-point deficit. Eli Perez, Titus Boyd, Jeremiah Stiefel, Lakeatin, and Louis Ye will start in the second half for DCA. So Dasman is on the bench, and Stiefel will start in his place. For South Oldham, it is Miles, Fithian, Burnside, B, and Searcy. They're saying starting 5 to begin this second half of play. Eli Perez got a new haircut, hair a little bit shorter in this Sweet 16. Stands at the far side, and we'll throw it in the backcourt to Titus Boyd as we begin second half play. Eli Perez has the basketball. Double team goes to Boyd. Boyd backs on Searcy, goes to Stiefel, right hand. He'll drive baseline, cut off by Searcy, circles back around up top to Boyd. He fires a straight on 3, misses short. Rebound is taken by Aye, now knocked out of his hands, and it's Burnside who has it for South Oldham. Burnside, far side to Julian Miles. We'll see if the halftime break cooled off South Oldham a little bit. Burnside, left corner, fakes a 3. He'll drive baseline into Ye, turns around, goes back over to Fithian. Back up top, taken away by Stiefel. Stiefel in the front court does not have numbers. He'll charge anyway, lost the basketball. Taken away by B, who kicks it into Fithian. And now South Oldham has numbers. Fithian in the front court. Transition goes to Miles, wide open, 3. That was way too hard. And Aye has the rebound for DCA. Aye goes to Boyd in the front court to Perez. Perez will drive right hand, tied up by B, knocked out of his hands, saved back end, but it stepped on the baseline out of bounds. And DCA will keep it, trying to save it back into Burnside, and B, when he did, stepped on that baseline. So Titus Boyd inbounds it for DCA. Boyd had 7 first half points for the Warriors. Lakeatin had 8. Boyd had 7. Aye had 2, and now make it 10 for Lakeatin. Oh, sorry, it's Ye who put it in. I was looking down on my scorecard. Ye's got 4. It's 38-22. B in the corner, they go to Burnside. Burnside fakes the left corner 3 as Ye closes on him. Back deep on the left side to Miles, who bounces it back up top to Searcy. And now Searcy is calling for time. He's got a nosebleed.
Yeah.
The second one we've seen. Stiefel had one earlier, and now Searcy's coming to the sideline, cupping his hand underneath his face as blood drips into his open palm. And he'll be attended to by the athletic trainer.
Which I guess the ironic thing is Stiefel was gardening. So Stiefel had it earlier, and now he's got it. But I don't know. It's
they're going to make sure there's no blood in the court as well, and I think there is. That was Sean Busick who actually drew the officials' attention to that. The officials, I don't think, were even concerned about blood being on the floor, and Sean Busick got one of the officials' attention and said, hey, you might want to check the floor and make sure there's not blood on there. And there is, and so they're going to get someone to wipe that blood up. That's on the floor right in front of the UK logo. DCA goes left to right on your radio dial in the second half, and so it's on the left-hand side of the court on South Oldham's side where Searcy had that nosebleed. Take a little step aside and come back. Back in 1 minute on your home for DCA basketball, WHIR.
I'm Alan Goldie with Goldie Financial in Harrodsburg. Is it time to increase your retirement plan contributions? And I can help you determine if it would be in your best interest to revisit your retirement planning goals. Call me today, 734-4400, or simply stop in. We're located at 116 West Poplar in downtown Harrodsburg. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Give us a call at 734-4400. Goldie Financial, member SIPC.
Hungry for some Lenten meal special?
South Oldham basketball. It's 38-22 Dragons lead. 6:50 to play. 1:10 into this second half. Dragons have it with Brooks B trying to inbound it on that near sideline. Comes up top to Jake Fithian, who had a massive first half. Had 12 points, all 12 in the second quarter. Hit 4 threes. Miles will work. Right hand cut off by Stiefel. Hands it back off to Fithian. Fithian goes to Werktel, who just checked in. Back up top to Fithian, who hands it off to Miles. DCA, a little 3-2 zone here with the Warriors. Right side screen. They go in the corner to Fithian, who makes the catch. A 10 picks him up and backs it back up. Now double team. Kicks it back to Miles, who gets by Boyd back in the corner. That's a long 3. That one's short. Rebound tapped up the air, taken by Werktel. Those are the ones DC has to grab. Werktel 3. Rolls around, comes off. Ball is off of Atin's hands, taken by Stiefel. And now Stiefel's foul. Falling down the floor is Brooks B. No, it's on Stiefel. Sorry, they got Jeremiah Stiefel for the offensive foul. And I think Busick's so shocked he just turned back around waiting for DCA to inbound the basketball, then turned back and saw they caught an offensive foul. Jeremiah Stiefel picks up his first. That is DCA's first. Inbound pass comes to Werktel. So there were 2 chances, though, Tim, for DCA to grab rebounds. They didn't grab either one of them. This is a really good South Oldham rebounding team. They're right at about the same mark that DCA rebounds and a rebound per game average. Down low, they go to B. B back on the left wing to Burnside. Up top to Miles. Straight on 3. Misses short. Rebound is taken by Titus Boyd. DCA has it. Boyd in the front court and fouled from behind by Burnside. Right as Boyd snuck by him, Burnside reached up and grabbed Titus Boyd with his left hand. Foul on Burnside is his first. That is South Oldham's first as well. So things in the third quarter are not going South Oldham's way. They're 0 for 4 from three-point range. They started off really cold in the first quarter, went 2 for 8 before finishing in the second quarter, 8 for 11. Perez splits the double team, comes right-hand side, goes to Stiefel in the corner. Stiefel's not there, but it's saved in by South Oldham. It's Fithian who tried to save it in and threw it out of bounds. Did DCA a favor there. Keeps the ball with the Warriors. And Titus Boyd will walk on the right baseline, will inbound it for DCA. Boyd kicks it into a 10 right wing, back to Boyd in the corner. Pass knocked out by Fithian. Go Warriors from the Nutrition Center in Danville. Local foods, herbs, groceries, and food from your local store. Cheering on your local team, the DCA Warriors. Go DCA from the Nutrition Center in Danville. Stiefel back up top to Perez. Goes to Boyd, back to Perez. This is such a quick, active South Oldham defense. In the corner to Ye, backing down on B. Pass knocked out of Ye's hands, comes back to him, now taken away by Miles. Miles up the court to Werktel. Werktel over Stiefel, lays it up and in. They don't attempt many two-pointers, but there's one right there. A 10 on the baseline to Ye. Stops, right hand hook is way short. Actually didn't even graze rim. Rebound taken by Fithian, who turns around, hands it off to Miles. It's an 18-point South Oldham lead in the corner to Werktel. Werktel back up top to Miles, who drive by Stiefel. Hop step in the lane. His 5-footer's good. Off the backboard, Julian Miles has his first second-half points. The biggest lead of the game for South Oldham stands at 20. It's 42-22. Perez has the basketball. He'll drive, lobs it down low to Aye, who lays it up and in. On the right block, Aye snuck behind the defense. Perez found him, and in one motion, caught the pass and laid it up off the backboard. Whitaker makes shot by Louis Aye. It's 42-24, South Oldham by 18, and now Miles walked, kind of hopped up in the air as he was dribbling the basketball, trying to get by some defenders, and the officials say that he took steps in the process. Stiefel will check out, and Motley will check in for DCA. Busick, I think, just trying to find some sort of spark right now for the Warriors on offense, with Dadisman unable to go so far in the second half. Motley has it in the corner to Aye. Aye double team. He'll drive right-hand baseline. Spins, gets free. His fall-away jumper's too hard. Rebound is taken by B as the 10 picks him up in backcourt. B swings it back over to Miles. And Julian Miles will walk into front court. 4.5 to play in this third quarter. South Oldham by 18. Miles drives in, cut off by a 10 on the right block. No look pass to Burnside in the left corner. Aye closes quickly. Back up top to Julian Miles. Miles gets a screen, left-hand side. Works to the free throw line. Back to 50 into a cutting B in the corner to Burnside. Corner three, good. Burnside's first three, that one from the left-hand corner, 45-24. Now the biggest lead for the Dragons is at 21. Motley to Aye on the right block, fights through contact, lost the basketball, taken away by B. And B in the baseline nearly lost his balance out of bounds. Instead goes to Miles. Miles up the floor to Werchtel. And Boyd reaching up trying to make the catch on the errant pass. Had to work around Burnside to get there, and Boyd hit the deck hard. No foul call, and South Oldham will have it. Well, seeing why this South Oldham team is 24-2 in the last 26 games. Actually played some close games in the 8th Region Tournament. They were a buzzer beater away over Simon Hinton. Julian Miles hit the buzzer beater from that game going into overtime, and who knows how it turns out there. Werchtel corner three is short. Rebound is snatched away by 50, and it goes back to Miles. A lot of long rebounds because they shoot so many threes, and South Oldham always in a good position for him. Miles crosses over on Boyd, and Boyd reached in and fouled him. Foul on Titus Boyd is his second. That is DCA's second. 3:34 to play, 45-24, South Oldham by 21. And this is not where you want to be if you're DCA trying to trim into the lead. You've almost hit the media timeout, and you trail by even more than you did at the halftime break. Miles in the front court, right by Perez, lays it up, swatted away by Aye. And the rebound taken by Perez, and Miles hit the deck hard. Perez goes to a 10, who will drive in and finish with two hands on the left block. There's the dunk Lake wanted there in the first half. Didn't get it, but finished it with two hands there. 45-26, Dragons lead to 19. Double team by Motley and Perez on B, and he is caught with nowhere to go, and Steve Simpson wants a timeout. 30-second timeout for a South Oldham. We'll take it with him. Back in 30 on 103.9 FM, WHIR.
Hungry for some Lenten meal specials?
Hi, this is Jimmy letting you know about some of our seafood options, including grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, grilled shrimp, or you can do a combo with grilled tilapia and shrimp, fried jumbo shrimp, hand-battered cod, our delicious hand-battered cod sandwich with fresh French fries. As always, we only use fresh ingredients made to order. That's at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville in the Greenleaf Shopping Center.
Dynamic takeout, fresh from our family.
South Oldham 3 for 9 from the field here in the third quarter. DCA 3 for 7, but that lead has grown to 19 for the Dragons, 45-26 with 3:10 to play, and it looks like Graham Domitian's going to check in for DCA at the next timeout. Graham's the one who started at point guard for DCA when Titus Boyd was out earlier this year with an illness, so he certainly has playing time under his belt. Miles has it, will hand it off in a pick and roll to Brooks B. B will drive in, stops in the paint, goes back up top to Miles. He'll settle for a mid-range jumper. That's good. Right from the free throw line, Julian Miles got Boyd to blow by him. 14 for Julian Miles. It's 47-26. Boyd bounce pass to Perez, goes back to Boyd, lobs it down low to Aye, who has the ball knocked out of his hands, gets it back on the baseline. Aye with a right-hand dribble, down low to Perez, back up top to Motley. Motley fakes a pass one way, goes right side to Boyd. Boyd will drive left hand, steps around a man off the glass, missed it. Rebound taken by a 10 who follows and puts it in. Aten's now got 14 in this game. It's 47-28 with 2:23 to play. Next stoppage gives us our media timeout. Right side to Werktel. Werktel picked up by Aten, swings it back up top to Miles. Down low to B, who spins in the baseline. Aye is there to pick him up. They go back to Fithian. Up top they go to Miles. Free throw line, no look pass. Left corner three, Burnside. Rolls off the rim, comes out. Almost went home and probably should have gone home. And Aye has the rebound for DCA. Up the court to Perez, who lays it up and in, and one for Eli Perez. Absorbed the contact with the right hand, and Perez goes down hard, and he's not up yet. Rolls onto his stomach. A chance at three, and the foul's on William Burnside. That's Burnside's second. Perez is now up. We've hit the media timeout. It's 47-30. Warriors can cut it down to 16 with 2 minutes exactly to play in this third quarter. Back in 2 minutes on your home for DCA basketball, 103.9 FM, WHIR.
Let's face it, life can be really complicated. Your walk with God doesn't have to be. Victory Christian Church in Lancaster exists to make the gospel simple. Who is Victory Church? Number one, they're a Jesus-focused church, making Jesus the center of everything. Number two, they're people-focused. They love people because Jesus loved people. And number three, they're family-focused. Victory Children for nursery through 12 years, Victory Youth for 13 to 18 years. Sunday services start at 11 o'clock this Sunday, and they love to see you there. 660 Stanford Road in Lancaster for Victory Christian Church.
At Ephraim McDowell Health, we understand that a medical procedure shouldn't mean leaving behind the little moments that matter most. That's why we bring advanced care right to your community. Because healing isn't just about procedures, it's about being surrounded by the life you've built and the ones who know you best. Ephraim McDowell Health, rooted in community, focused on health. Discover care that keeps you close to home. Visit us today at emhealth.org.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
New Rams cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Lease a new 24 Ram 2500 for only $339 per month for 60 months. $54.71 plus first payment, taxes, and fees. Due at signing, 7,500 lease miles per year. Stock C24580. Save during the Ram Truck Month at Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Truth is more than a concept. It is what makes us different. Truth is where we start and where we finish. It is our curriculum and our extracurricular. It makes us a community, one that leads through serving. If you are looking for academic excellence in a Christ-centered environment, opportunity is closer than you may think. It is easy for you to join our community, Danville Christian Academy, engaging the truth, empowering the future.
Eli Perez was scoreless before a chance at a three-point play. His free throw is good and goes home, so Eli's got three in this one. And a hot-shooting South Oldham team has gone 1 for 7 from three-point range here in the third quarter. The state tournament record for most threes made in a single game is 14, set by Mason County a couple of years ago. Right now, South Oldham's made 11 of them. Under 2 to play now, 47-31. South Oldham by 16 over DCA. Left wing 50 and thought about a three. Goes back up top to Miles. Graham Domitian has checked in now for DCA. Eli Perez is out. Werktel to Miles. Free throw line to B. And the corner pass knocked away by Domitian, taken by a 10. Domitian right hand's going to drive, lob it up to Aye, who has the ball go right through his hands, and it's taken by Werktel, and Aye goes crashing down into a young girl on the left-hand side of the rim on the baseline. Left corner, 50, and will drive in. Blocked away by Motley as B went up for a layup, and a 10 has the rebound. A 10 near side to Titus Boyd. Boyd right-hand dribble in the front court. He'll drive in, puts it up off the glass. He's fouled. DCA wanted the foul on the previous possession when Louis Yatim went sprawling out of bounds and ran into someone there on the baseline. They get the foul here. Foul on South Oldham is, I didn't see who it was on. It's on Burnside.
Yeah, I didn't see that one either. But I was kind of laughing because, of course, Lou being Lou, before he ran back down the floor and make sure the young girl was okay.
He wanted to make sure the girl that he hit was okay. Boyd's first free throw is no good. Burnside is out. Adrian Miles will check in for South Oldham, as will number 20, Drew Campbell, will check in. And Burnside and Brooks B are both out for South Oldham. Boyd from the free throw line, 80.9%, is the senior who scored 2,000 points in his career. Second free throw is good. has his first second half points. DCA's trimmed down to 15, 47-32. Miles works around Motley into front court, pushes off on Motley. No foul call, ball on the floor, and Miles goes back up top to Campbell. Campbell goes back to Miles with Motley on him. He'll drive, get some separation with his right hand, and Boyd picks him up with 60 seconds to play now, and South Oldham by 15. Miles, free throw line, goes back to work in the corner to Fithian, and Fithian tiptoes the sideline, back over in the corner to Miles. He'll drive on the baseline and has his pass knocked out of bounds. Will stay with South Oldham. That's Lake 10 who challenged him and got both hands up and knocked the pass on the baseline.
Yeah, wow, Miles doesn't like somebody up in his face. I mean, he got really upset at that one. So that would kind of be a cue to me to put like Dominion on him.
Yes, Motley, that was up in his face that last time. Miles didn't like it. Left wing three by Fithian, no good. Rebound comes out to Boyd, who has it. Boyd looks down the court, does not have numbers. He'll charge right hand anyway, lays it up. He's fouled. Foul on South Oldham is, let's get the number here. There's all kinds of white jerseys down there. Is on number 22, Adrian Miles. That's Miles' second. And two more free throws coming for Titus Boyd. And don't blink now. It's a 6-0 DCA run over the last 148. And South Oldham, who could not miss if they tried in the first half, has not scored in the last 2 minutes and 16 seconds. And now Julian Miles comes over, is bleeding from his shoulder. And I think he's saying, there's a reason I'm bleeding. They're smacking me. And the official is going to let Julian Miles get attended to by the South Oldham athletic trainer. Steve Simpson, the South Oldham head coach, a phenomenal player in his own right in his high school days at Grant County High School, was on the 1979 Grant County team that won the region, played in the Sweet 16 that year, one of the all-time greats even in terms of coaching, one of 55 coaches in state history to win 500 games or more, the longest tenured head coach in the 8th region. Two free throws for Boyd. First one, no good. Can't leave points on the floor. And Boyd's now 1 for 3 from the free throw line. And he was 1/10 of a percentage point away. We had joked earlier in the season about him and Lake 10 battling for the team free throw percentage lead. 1/10 of a point away from Lake. Second free throw also rolls out. So Boyd missed them both. And now South Oldham's player, that's number 22, Adrian Miles, goes down on the rebound, falling down. Foul is on Graham Domitian. That's Domitian's first. That is DCA's third. Or DCA's second, sorry. 38.7 to play. 15 points. South Oldham lead. Werkdal has the basketball. Worked on the baseline, comes into backcourt where it's caught by Campbell. Domitian Boyd in backcourt want to pressure him, hands it off to Fithian with 33 to play in backcourt. Fithian swings it up in the corner to Campbell. Back up top looking for Miles. Motley and Boyd on him. Gets Motley in the air, works by Boyd, swings it back over in the corner. Three by Campbell's good. Drew Campbell has his first one, and that's a big one for South Oldham. DCA had the 6-0 run, had a chance to put more with the free throws from Boyd. Missed them both, and now it's back to an 18-point Dragons lead. Boyd bounced past the Domitian in the corner, back over to Boyd. Boyd long left wing three. That one misses everything, and the Yay saves it in, trying to save it in off Miles, but Miles chases it down on the near sideline. We played 3/4 of basketball. It is South Oldham 50, DCA 32 after 3. Fourth quarter is coming up in 1 minute on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
Woohoo! I filed my taxes.
This is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. Discover that I filed feeling that only your neighborhood tax experts at H&R Block can provide, with guaranteed accuracy and your max refund or your money back. At the Danville office, we offer tax services in office, virtually, by drop-off, or you can call to schedule a pickup. Stop by the office at 216 Brent Avenue in Danville, or give us a call at 859-236-3281. That's 859-236-3281. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
50-32, South Oldham by 18 to begin this fourth quarter of play. They being the Dragons, 2 3-pointers away from tying the state record for most three-pointers made in a single state tournament game set by Mason County a couple of years ago. And DCA just 2 of 7 for three-point range. And Titus Boyd was so upset coming into the end of the third quarter that he came over and a chair caught the brunt of his anger. And I think he's now bleeding from his left hand, so he's trying to work on that. But Boyd missed a pair of free throws, missed one the previous shot at the line, and so he's missed 3 or 4 from the line and tried to get it all back, I think, with one deep three.
Yeah, with that one.
And then missed that and heard the chance of air ball, was just frustrated coming over to the sideline. So we're right behind Boyd, but he is wrapping his finger up, so I'm pretty sure he's bleeding from his finger. Fourth quarter of play, getting set. It's Domitian, Motley, a 10, a Yay, and Boyd. The 5 on the floor for DCA. For South Oldham, it's Miles, Fithian, Miles, Adrian, Julian Miles, both on the floor. Werkdal, and we only have 4 on the floor right now. Here we go. Campbell's going to check in. Drew Campbell. We have not seen Searcy since he went out earlier with that nosebleed.
Yeah.
Came off the floor and has been out since then, early in the third quarter. Domitian has the basketball to begin the fourth quarter play. Poked out of his hands. It's off of him, out of bounds. And Josiah Bradshaw is going to check in for Graham Domitian now. DCA is going to remember this trip to Rupp Arena, first time ever in the Sweet 16, but the memories of the game so far they're going to want to erase. We'll see if they can do anything about an 18-point deficit with 7:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Miles around the screen, gets by Bradshaw, goes in the corner as they kick it out to Campbell. He'll drive, met by a 10, a scoop shot's good. He stopped, got a 10 to blow by him, and then just left one off the backboard. It's Drew Campbell who has 5 in this one, 52-32. DCA trails by 20. Motley goes down low to a Yay, who makes a leaping grab, spins to his left, gets Campbell up in the air, bullies his way in with the right hand, missed the layup. Rebound up in the air, taken by Yay again, who's hacked and fouled. 2 guys hanging on both of his arms. A guy on each of them. Foul is on Adrian Miles, his third. That's the second or third one, though, today, Tim, that we've seen a Yay miss, that he typically gets to go home. Boyd comes into a 10 on the baseline, and the 10's fouled. And now you got Campbell crashing down to the floor, holding his left shoulder. That is the second foul on South Oldham. Foul is going to be on Adrian Miles. That's his 4th. And that's going to send B into the game. Brooksby, the only player on the floor wearing long sleeves, has the sleeves rolled up and is going to check in for Adrian Miles. B wears number 34. One of those 4 seniors on the team. Their top 4 scorers on this South Oldham team are all seniors. Boyd wants to inbound it, but the official won't give him the basketball. And now Sean Busick is, I don't know what the problem is now. Officials coming over, going to talk on press row, and now DCA's players are all coming to Coach Busick.
Yeah, I guess Titus bleeding.
This is the 3rd stoppage in play due to blood in the player. You had Stiefel, I guess Stiefel technically didn't stop action, but you had Stiefel. No, sorry, this is the 3rd stoppage because you had the nosebleed on South Oldham's side. You had Julian Miles bleeding from his shoulder, and now Titus Boyd bleeding from his finger. Like gladiators out here. They're beating and banging, trying to get position. A lot of contact. Inbound pass from Boyd, tries to throw it off the back of a player, and it comes right back to South Oldham. Miles in the front court, goes in the corner, work to left corner 3. That one's short. Rebound tapped up in the air. Falling down to the floor is South Oldham and Dre Motley. A player with South Oldham and Dre Motley get tangled up, and it comes out to South Oldham. And now Campbell drives baseline, kicks it back up top to Miles. He'll fake a pass to the right-hand side and backs it back up near midcourt. Miles with a right-hand dribble, gets a screen from B. Right side, gets around Boyd, stops around Bradshaw, drives into the paint, lost the basketball on the floor, poked away by a 10, and a 10's call for the reach-in. Foul on Lake of 10 is his first. DCA has played 8th region teams this year. They have played 3 of them, actually, this year. They're 2-1 versus 8th region teams. Their lone loss to an 8th region team came back on December the 3rd, the first game of the year, when DCA lost to Woodford County 54-44. Meanwhile, for South Oldham, you have to go back a couple of years. They played West Jessamine 56 games ago. last season. Miles, baseline drive, blocked away by Aye. Rebound up in the air, taken by Titus Boyd on one bounce off the floor. Boyd spins around a couple of guys at midcourt. He's double-teamed and now swings it up to Motley. Motley will drive in, steps around a man, left hand, missed it. Rebound taken away by B, but he lost out of bounds. Yeah, 56 games ago, South Oldham played West Chester and beat them 106-71 in the Capital City Classic Holiday Tournament last year. Inbound pass comes to Bradshaw. He'll fake a three, take one step in, long two-point jumpers off the backboard and good. A 17-footer from Josiah Bradshaw. Whittaker bank shot by Josiah. He's got 5 in this one. 52-34, South Oldham by 18. Down the court, Campbell goes to Werktel. He'll drive baseline, back over to Fithian. Back to Campbell, wide open three. Got it! There's the 13th three that South Oldham has hit. 55-34. Bounce pass to Bradshaw in the corner. Bradshaw back up top to Boyd. One man blows by him. Goes down low to Aye, who cocks back and throws one home with two hands. The Blues got 8 in this one. 55-36. Miles in backcourt trying to work around Bradshaw. Hesitates, goes to B in the right wing. B back up top to Miles with Boyd on him, and Boyd's trying to smack the ball away and is called for a foul. Foul on Titus Boyd is his third. That is DCA's second. 5:36 to play in the fourth quarter. South Oldham 55, DCA 36. Aggies lead by 19. DCA at 29-3. Their last loss was that heartbreaker to Lexington Catholic back in February. Miles goes to 50 into the free throw line to B as a 10 picks him up. DC doing a lot of smacking, trying to get that basketball out. Back to Miles in the corner. Werktel drives baseline, back up top to Fithian. Fithian, one left-hand dribble to B. B hands it back off to Fithian. Fithian, cross-court pass over to Miles. Deep on the right side, bounce pass in the corner. Werktel, he fires the corner three. It's short, and a 10 has a one-hand rebound for DCA. Turns around, hands it off to Boyd in the front court as the pass is tipped up. He was looking for Motley in the corner, and Werktel knocked it away. And DCA's playing a lot rougher than we've seen them play this year, doing a lot of snack and reaching in, trying to do anything they can to get that ball loose. And I think it's starting to frustrate some of the South Oldham players because not a lot of fouls being called. Inbound pass from a 10 to Boyd, back to a 10. His three is short off the top of the backboard and bounces out of bounds. Inbound pass came to Boyd, who just tapped it, almost volleyballed it back to a 10. It was open for a corner three, but a 10 just missed it. It's only the 8th three-point attempt that DCA has shot in this game. On the other side, South Oldham 13 for 30. Werktel has the basketball near side. Cut off by Motley, hands it back off to 50, and there's a foul on DCA. Dre Motley picks up the foul. It's number 2 on Dre Motley, number 3 on DCA.
Foul is on number 5, Motley. That's his second, team's third.
DCA has won, obviously, 29 games this year. They haven't played in many close ones. 3 one-point games out of the 32 games they played in this year. All of those have been really over the last month or so of action. Miles poked away. It's taken away by Boyd. Boyd, 2-on-2 break. He'll drive in, throws one up, and he's fouled by B, and he'll get 2 free throws. And again, ball knocked out of Miles' hands, and he's chirping towards the officials, wanting to know why a foul's not called. Holding his hands up, talking to no one in particular, hoping an official will hear him. And now he is directing some frustration towards an official. He actually has a blood spot in the left side of his jersey when he turns around the front side. Titus Boyd getting 2 free throws, looking to get back in double digits for Titus. Couple of bounces of the basketball. First free throw for Titus Boyd. Good.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of got, it's something you'll see Titus do a lot, is miss a lot of free throws, and he hasn't had a really good chance at charity stripe tonight.
3 for 6 now as he makes them both, and Sean Busick wants a timeout. It's 55-38, South Oldham by 17 with 4:36 to play in this fourth quarter. Back in 1 minute on your home for DCA basketball, presented by Stewart Powell Ford, Mazda on the Hometown Radio Network.
Papa's Quick Stop, number 17 in Danville, 270 Stewart's Lane. The former Bluegrass truck stop has been completely remodeled. Open 24/7 under new ownership and management. Serving mouth-watering broaster chicken and delicious Hunt's Brothers pizza. Call ahead. They'll have it ready to pick up 24/7 at 859-209-2400. Ask to see Thomas or LaRonda, and they will tell you how you can get 8 to 13 cents per gallon off, less than what the sign says on your DSL needs. Papa's Quick Stop, number 17 in Danville, 270 Stewart's Lane, is your one-stop shop for truckers and travelers.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford Mazda here on the Bypass in Danville, where we make buying a vehicle easy. No fast talk, no high-pressure sales, no gimmicks or silly commercials. Just honest deals and a team that takes pride in doing business the right way. For over 75 years, we've built trust by treating our customers like family, offering fair prices, and making sure you drive away with confidence. Stop by today and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
Come to Stuart Powell, we can do business.
Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass.
55-38, DCA trails by 17 here in the fourth quarter. We talked about DCA needing to out-rebound South Oldham. They've done that today. They actually have 22 rebounds to South Oldham's 21. They lead second chance points because they've rebounded so well on the offensive glass. They're getting putbacks back in, 10-0, but being outscored 21-5 from bench points and certainly being outscored from three-point range. South Oldham has scored 39 points from three-point range. DCA has scored just 6. They are 2 for 8 from three-point range. And Boyd is still, he just can't figure out that bandage around his middle finger. He shoots left-handed. The bandage is on his middle finger on his right hand. And he has it wrapped up, and whenever he's done with it, the official does not like it because he made Boyd step away from the free throw line and come back and get bandaged back up again. South Oldham basketball. It's Colton Werktel who will inbound to the junior who's had a big game tonight. 11 points. He averages 7 a game. A 10 guards the inbound man. They come in the corner to Miles. Miles has a pass taken away by a 10, but as soon as he took it away, he stepped on the baseline. Well, he was turning around and was going up for an easy two-hand slam there. And he not stepped on the baseline. Back to Werktel, who inbounds it for South Oldham. They go in the backcourt, taken by a 10. A 10 goes to Motley, who lays it up and in off the backboard. Whitaker bank shot by Dre Motley, and Steve Simpson hit 2 attempted inbound passes, and one of them nearly taken away by a 10. The second one is taken away by a 10, and he does not like what he sees out of his South Oldham squad. He wants a 30-second timeout. There's a reason he's won more than 500 games, right? He doesn't like seeing his team fail more than one time in a row, and he immediately calls timeout, even with a 15-point lead, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the thing. Like I said, we've seen DCA's playing a little bit rougher than we've seen them play before. They're usually a team that when you played rough against them, they didn't respond very well. Well, now we're just kind of seeing they switch it. They're playing a little bit rougher, and South Oldham, I mean, they don't really like it that much. But of course, it doesn't really matter because they're up by 15 right now. So.
And that's exactly why Simpson called the timeout. 15, let's not see this thing get down to single digits, I think is what he's thinking around that media timeout. So we'll see what he's drawn up here. Fithian takes the inbound pass to Miles, and now there's a man wide open down the floor. It's B who lays it up and in. But DC had all 5 guys back playing defense, and when they broke that full court press, B was wide open. He has his first points in this game. It's 57-40. Motley is fouled from behind by Miles. Foul is number 3 on Julian Miles. That is number 4 on South Oldham. And DCA will be shooting free throws the rest of the way with 4:15 to play. Warriors trying to extend this game as long as they possibly can to give themselves a chance, but they trail by 17. Boyd takes the inbound pass to a 10, right corner. He tries a 3. That one's too hard. Rebound comes out, taken by 50, and he throws it off of Dre Motley as he falls out of bounds. And the ball will stay with South Oldham. And Sean Busick asking for his team to stay in the backcourt and play some full court press. A 10 guards the inbound man. Colton Werktel comes into Miles, swings it into the free throw line to Fithian. Poked out of his hands, but he gets the basketball back as Boyd reached around and knocked it out. Over to Campbell. Campbell drives left hand, steps around a man, goes back to Miles in the corner to Werktel. 3:58 to play now. Werktel up top to Campbell. Left wing to go to Fithian. Had a 3, but doesn't want to take it. They can take as much time as they want. Far side looking for Werktel, pass taken away by a 10. A 10 goes to Boyd. Boyd will drive towards the basket. Reverse layup. No foul. Missed the shot. Rebound taken by Campbell, who's triple teamed in backcourt. Works around Aye. Leaves it off for Fithian, who comes up the court to Werktel, who's wide open and lays it in. 13 for Colton Werktel. South Oldham by 19, 59-40. Motley's pass looking down low for Aye is knocked out of bounds by South Oldham and will stay with the Warriors. Almost feel like, Tim, with no Inman, with no Dadisman, with Stiefel, who has been battling a nosebleed.
Yeah,
there's not a whole lot of players DCA can put out there right now. And now Busick's going back to Josiah Bradshaw, who's been in and out. He has 5 points in this game, but
yeah, because Busick,
the bench is thin essentially.
Yeah,
for
well,
DCA.
Busick looked down that time. You could see him. He looked both at Dadsman and Stiefel was like, no, and this went to the next one, and that was Bradshaw.
A 10 comes into Boyd. Boyd up top to Perez. He'll drive with the right hand. Go back over to Boyd, deep on the left-hand side, up top to Bradshaw. Bradshaw fakes the 3. Fakes a pass, goes in the corner to Ye. Passes too high off of Ye's fingertips, and it's taken by South Oldham. It's Campbell who has it. They go to B. B goes to Fithian. Transition 3, left wing, too hard. Rebound tapped up by Werchtel. Comes back out to Fithian, who goes to Miles with 3 minutes to play in this basketball game, and the Dragons lead by 19. Campbell back up top to Fithian. Fithian near midcourt, works around the screen from B, will drive in, goes to Fithian, right wing, fakes a 3 to Werchtel, driving baseline, goes to B. B thought about it over a Ye, instead goes back to Campbell. Campbell fakes a pass, now goes, skips it to Fithian, long 3, good! And that ties the state record for most threes made in a single game in the state tournament. Jake Fithian makes it 14 threes that South Oldham has made, and now Miles steals the pass at midcourt, misses the layup, and the rebound's taken by Titus Boyd in the front court. South Oldham by 22. Boyd over to Bradshaw, right corner. Goes back to Perez. Perez baseline to Ye. Ye stops, drives in, he's fouled. And that leads us to our media timeout. Foul on South Oldham is going to be on number 20. That's Drew Campbell. And Louis Ye will get 2 free throws when we come back from this commercial break. It's South Oldham 62, DCA 40. Back in 2 minutes on your home for DCA basketball. 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville.
Start your day the Hardee's way by mixing and matching these specials. You'll enjoy an order of biscuits and gravy, or get a steak biscuit, or get a sausage and egg biscuit. Choose any 2 for just $5. When it's time for lunch, I have a hunch you'll love these great values. Mix and match a hot ham and cheese, or a double cheeseburger, or a chicken tender wrap, or a chili dog. Mix and match any 2. That includes fries and a drink for just $5.99. Hardee's, Shelby Street, Junction City. It tastes like America.
Fun and relaxing. The most beautiful beds of any inn in the world and an elegant world-class dining room. That's what you get at Mountain Harbor Inn Resort in the lake in Dandridge, Tennessee. What else do you get? A view from your suite of the beautiful Douglas Lake, caressed by the Great Smoky Mountains, as well as a romantic sunset cruise. When you stay at Mountain Harbor Inn, you're staying at the best. Don't believe me? Let the rankings speak for themselves. Previously named the top 10 resort in the world and a member of the TripAdvisor Hall of Fame. Mountain Inn Resort on a lake in Dandridge, Tennessee. Just a 3-hour drive south of Danville.
Whether you're looking for a new church or an old church, welcome to Bluegrass Pike Baptist Church in Danville. They are an independent, King James Bible-believing Baptist church that is interested in teaching, preaching, and ministering the book to saints and sinners alike. Sunday school, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m., worship service at 11 and 6 p.m. Best of luck to the Danville Christian Academy Warriors from your friends at Bluegrass Pike Baptist Church, located 1400 Bluegrass Pike, Danville.
At Johnson & Pullman Insurance, they believe independence works better together. That's why they partnered with Keystone. Keystone strengthens the agency with industry expertise, relationships, and additional resources that help them better safeguard livelihoods, bolster businesses, and fortify communities, all while remaining locally owned. While working with you, you get the best of both worlds. Natural resources locally sourced. John Funkhauser says, "Good luck, DCA Warriors. Bring home state titles."
2 free throws for Louis Ye. His first one banks in off the backboard. And a Whitaker bank shot for Big Lou, who we were able to talk to earlier today. And was kind of giggling through the interview. You can tell he's just a fun guy, a happy guy to be around. Wants to be a doctor. Second free throw is also good. Lou's got double digits in what appears to be his final game for DCA. 62-42, and that does end a scoring drought. DC had not scored in 2+ minutes. Miles, right wing, has the basketball. South Oldham needs one more 3 to break the state record. See if they have one more in them with 2:10 to play. Right side, Fithian has the basketball. Bounce pass on the far side to Miles, who goes to Campbell in the corner. There's a chance at it. B's 3 is no good. Rebound snatched by Louis Ye, or DCA, with 1:58 to play. In this fourth quarter, he hands it off to the DCA leader, Titus Boyd. Boyd in the front court, bounce pass to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to a Ye. Nobody stopped him in the paint, lays it up and in. Going to end up being a pretty good game for Louis Ye, who has 12 points, 62-44, right side. Campbell works around Bradshaw. Cross-court pass to Fithian, left corner, fakes a 3. He'll drive baseline. Nobody stopped him. There was no one down low after a Ye blew by him. And Jake Fithian has 17 in this game. 12 of those came in the first half. Corner pass looking for Bradshaw. Pass is taken away by Campbell. Now Campbell is double-teamed by Bradshaw and a 10. And one of them fouled him. It's going to be Josiah Bradshaw who picks it up. Bradshaw's first. That is DCA's fourth. South Oldham going to get Jeffersontown Friday afternoon at 1:30. Thought it would have been cool to do a Friday afternoon game. Just different here at Rupp Arena, but his dreams are going to be dashed here by a hot shooting South Oldham team. In the backcourt, Campbell has the basketball. They go up top to Fithian, who walks into front court. Hands it off to Miles. Miles is double-teamed by Perez and Bradshaw. They go to Fithian, left wing, and he is bottled up, and Stimson's going to call a timeout, and South Oldham's going to clear the bench. So full timeout for South Oldham, and going to get a lot of different players in here. We'll let you know the changes coming up in 1 minute on your home for DCA basketball, the Hometown Radio Network.
I'm Alan Goldie with Goldie Financial in Harrodsburg. Is it time to increase your retirement plan contributions? And I can help you determine if it would be in your best interest to revisit your retirement planning goals. Call me today, 734-4400, or simply stop in. We're located at 116 West Poplar in downtown Harrodsburg. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Give us a call at 734-4400. Goldie Financial, member SIPC.
Hungry for some Lenten meal specials?
Hi, this is Jimmy letting you know about some of our seafood options, including grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, grilled shrimp, or you can do a combo with grilled tilapia and shrimp, fried jumbo shrimp, hand-battered cod, our delicious hand-battered cod sandwich with fresh French fries. As always, we only use fresh ingredients made to order. That's at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville in the Greenleaf Shopping Center.
Dine in or take out fresh from our family.
64-44, South Oldham by 21-11 to play. The Dragons have made a ton of substitutions. Again, I've talked about this before in games, but I always do pregame prep, and I write down on the scorecard who is most likely to play, and many of the young men on the floor now for South Oldham are not on my scorecard right now from the pregame prep that I did. DCA wants to bring in their bench players. I don't know if Busick didn't realize that South Oldham was making the change, and so he's got 5 new players that will check in at the next dead ball. Hey, go Warriors from Boyle County PVA. Lucretia Mai Gibson and her staff at the Boyle County PVA's office rooting for DCA in this one, though they do trail late with 1:11 to play by 20. And go Warriors from Boyle County State Rep Daniel Elliott cheering on the Warriors. And go Warriors from Boyle County State Rep Daniel Elliott. Inbound pass from South Oldham comes to Adam Burkhead, who will drive in left wing. They give it off to, it's number 30, who just checked in for South Oldham, Carter Lawrence, who missed the right-hand floater. Rebound taken by DCA, and Titus Boyd has it. He swings it up to a 10. Top of the circle, a 10, back near side to Titus Boyd. Boyd will drive left hand, powers his way in, goes to a yay. Right corner 3 by Lou is no good off the front rim, and the rebound is snatched by South Oldham. It's number 5 for South Oldham, Joaquin Siakam. And ball knocked out of bounds, and that will get the foul. It's a foul on Louis Ye. That was knocked out. It's a foul on Big Lou, and that's going to summon in 5 new players for DCA. Number 32, Gavin Heck. Number 21 for DCA. That's Reese Royalty. And it is a foul, so because it is a foul, it's going to send South Oldham to the line. Other DCA Warriors checking in, Nick Holderman, Dawson Himes, and I didn't see the 5th number. First free throw for South Oldham is good. That's Adam Burkhead. Special moment for him. He's a senior on this team. Averages 2.9 a game, and he has his name in the scorebook now. Forever and ever, he can say he scored points in a Sweet 16 tournament.
Yep, scored on a Rupp Arena floor.
The 5th Warrior that checked in, that I did not get his number until now, is number 2, Xander Mattingly. Second free throw, no good. Rebound is taken by Royalty for DCA. 65-44, South Oldham has it. Mattingly with a basketball. He swings far sideline looking for Himes. Pass knocked out of bounds by South Oldham with 32.1 to play. Lots of tears on DCA side. As the 5 starters check out, and new DCA player will check in as well, I believe. If we're going to get him in, we will. That's number 1 for DCA, Arbor Jochi. First time we've seen Arbor in a game this year. In the games that we've done, at least. Arbor Jochi has appeared in just 2 games. This is his 3rd one this season. Inbound pass to Jochi. Baseline to Heck, and Heck is fouled. Oh, so he's tied up on the floor. Now we're going to get some free throws coming for Heck, but instead it's a tie-up, and we'll go to South Oldham with 29.5 to play. DCA season going to end with a 29-4 record and a first-round loss in the boys' Sweet 16, their first ever region championship. Right-hand side, South Oldham has the basketball. That's Burkhead. He'll drive in, left-hand layup over top of Himes, and he put it home. Adam Burkhead has got 3 in this one, 67-44. Mattingly in the front court with 10 to play. Right-hand dribble, double-teamed. South Oldham, even their bench players, going hard in this active 3-2 zone. Mattingly, long half-court jumpers, no good. The season ends for DCA in the first round of the boys' Sweet 16. Final score, South Oldham 67, Danville Christian Academy 44. Break it down for you in 3 minutes on your home for DCA basketball, the Hometown Radio Network.
Let's face it, life can be really complicated. Your walk with God doesn't have to be. Victory Christian Church in Lancaster exists to make the gospel simple. Who is Victory Church? Number 1, they're a Jesus-focused church, making Jesus the center of everything. Number 2, they're people-focused. They love people because Jesus loved people. And number 3, they're family-focused. Victory Children for nursery through 12 years, Victory Youth for 13 to 18 years. Sunday services start at 11 o'clock this Sunday, and they love to see you there. 660 Stanford Road in Lancaster for Victory Christian Church.
At Heifer McDowell Health, we understand that a medical procedure shouldn't mean leaving behind the little moments that matter most. That's why we bring advanced care right to your community. Because healing isn't just about procedures, it's about being surrounded by the life you've built and the ones who know you best. Heifer McDowell Health, rooted in community, focused on health. Discover care that keeps you close to home. Visit us today at emhealth.org.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
New Rams cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Lease a new 24 Ram 2500 for only $339 per month for 60 months. $54.71 plus first payment, taxes, and fees. Due at signing, 7,500 lease miles per year. Stock C24580. Save during the Ram Truck Month at Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Truth is more than a concept. It is what makes us different. Truth is where we start and where we finish. It is our curriculum and our extracurricular. It makes us a community, one that leads through serving. If you are looking for academic excellence in a Christ-centered environment, opportunity is closer than you may think. It is easy for you to join our community, Danville Christian Academy, engaging the truth, empowering the future.
Hi, I'm Alan Martin, branch manager at Community Trust Bank. Community Trust Bank has supported communities that we call home since 1903. With locations in Boyle and Mercer counties, Community Trust Bank is a full-service bank dedicated to helping you meet your lending needs and financial goals. Please stop by and see me at our Danville main office located at 462 West Main Street. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, loans subject to credit approval.
Woohoo! I filed my taxes.
This is Deanna Charles at the Danville H&R Block. Discover that I-filed feeling that only your neighborhood tax experts at H&R Block can provide, with guaranteed accuracy and your max refund or your money back. At the Danville office, we offer tax services in-office, virtually, by drop-off, or you can call to schedule a pickup. Stop by the office at 216 Brent Avenue in Danville, or give us a call at 859-236-3281. That's 859-236-3281. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
South Oldham shoots themselves into the Elite Eight with a state record tying 14 made three-pointers and a 67-44 win over DCA. It's the second quarter that really is the end-all, be-all, and the tell-all of this story. DCA outscored South Oldham 13-12 in the first, tied them 12-12 in the third. South Oldham outscored them 17-12 in the fourth, but the second quarter, 26-7, where South Oldham went 8 for 11 from three-point range. They finished 14 of 33 for three-point range, shooting 42% from range. DCA just 2 of 10 from three-point range at 20%. The Warriors did end up out-rebounding South Oldham 26-25, but 22 turnovers by DCA led to 28 South Oldham points, 28 points off 22 turnovers. And those are some of the numbers that tell the story here tonight. Lake of 10 in tonight's game leads DCA in scoring, 14 points in 31 minutes. Titus Boyd, 10 points in 31 minutes. Lou Aye had 10 points in 30 minutes. Other scores for DCA: 5 for Josiah Bradshaw, 3 for Eli Perez, and 2 for Dre Motley. For South Oldham, they're led in scoring by Jake Fithian, who had 17 points in this game, 14 for Julian Miles, 13 for Colton Werchtel, 8 for Drew Campbell, 5 for Burnside, 3 for Searcy and Burkhead, 2 for Adrian Miles. Those are the points numbers. Tim has defensive numbers. Tim, what do you have?
All right, so for South Oldham, we had Fithian with 7 rebounds, Burnside with 2, Searcy with 1, Brooks B with 4 rebounds, 1 block, Julian Miles with 2, Werchtel with 3, Campbell with 2, and Adrian Miles with 2 rebounds. And then over for DCA. Yes, for sure. All right, so DCA, Aye had, I had him with 10 rebounds and 3 blocks. So 10 with 6 rebounds, 1 block. Titus Boyd with 5. Eli Perez with 1. Jeremiah Stiefel with 1. And Dre Motley had 2 blocks. And that was the totals for the game.
Tough to hang your head if you're DCA. 29-4, of a region championship, a berth in the state tournament, and last year's team, I think, kind of paved the way for people to realize, all right, this DCA team is for real, and allowing them to kind of, again, pave the way and set the standard for what's expected for DCA basketball. And this team achieved that, winning the region championship in the first year under head coach Sean Busick, and expecting even better, bigger, greater things for DCA basketball in the future. But a tough one to swallow here, especially for guys who, have played here basically their entire lives. Titus Boyd, Billy Inman, who didn't get to play at all because of an injury. Lou Aye, we talked with Lou pregame, and he'd mentioned, ever since he moved here in 2020, this has been his family and his home. And it's been a joy watching Lou play. A guy like Titus, who gave it 110% every single time he was on the floor. A guy like Billy Inman, who bled DCA Warrior blue and gold basically, his entire life. And they have a lot to be proud of, and a lot to look forward to even in the future as well. But when you look at DCA next year, Lake of 10 is back. Eli Perez is back. Jeremiah Stiefel. DCA's not in this position without Stiefel in the game he played against Somerset in that first-round game in the region tournament. Jeremiah Stiefel, we'll see him blossom, I think, even more into a role for him.
I think so, yeah.
Josiah Bradshaw is back. Cole Dadisman, who didn't get to play much because of an illness, is back. Graham Domitian is just a freshman. He'll be a sophomore next year. So, you lose some scoring, obviously, right? You lose some height. You lose probably the best player in DCA boys basketball history, and Titus Boyd. They're gone. They're going to graduate and move on and do great things. Yeah. But the future is also still there for DCA, Tim, to do some great things next year.
It is. And we, like Stiefel, we talked about, we saw him when he first came in until he was playing in, and how much he evolved as a player during that time. He made a lot of big strides. We got younger guys. We've seen Domitian, like we talked about. We've seen him come in and play at some key times. You lose a big guy like Titus Boyd has been there, I think, 8th grade year?
Yes.
He's been starting since his 8th grade year.
7th grade year, actually. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he's been starting since 7th grade year. And then you also, you lose Big Lou, which today is probably the most aggressive I've seen him play on the court. So, I thought he had a really good game his last game out. But, like you said, these guys have greater things ahead of them, too. We joke but talk about it, and, Lou wants to be a doctor. So he's like, hey, I had fun doing basketball. Now let's go to school.
Let's go do something more purposeful in my life and go be a doctor. Hey, our thanks to our sponsors, obviously, who made these broadcasts possible. Tim, I said it during the pregame with Coach Busick. I've had the privilege of doing multiple state baseball championships, a handful of state baseball tournaments as a whole, but in terms of championship games, 2 of them, 2 state football championships. There's just something different about the Sweet 16.
Yeah, it is.
There's just a different feel to it than the other tournaments that you call.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes it kind of starstruck. You look, I know that guy. I've seen that guy on TV, and this is the first time you and I have been here doing this, and it's great. Being this close down to the floor, just seeing some really good players. The girls, we got to see some really good girl players. The best girl in the state Miss Basketball. We got to see her play against DCA, and it's been a lot of fun. It's just nice in this. I mean, I'm like you. I've done, the state games, state softball, state football, and it's hard to kind of match them up to doing Sweet 16.
Final score, 67-44, Southfield over DCA, ending what will go down as a very memorable 2024-25 high school basketball season for, obviously, Danville Christian Academy, but for the area as a whole to have two teams advance to the Sweet 16. Our thanks to Robert Wagner, our general manager. Our thanks to Jason Wilder on studio controls. Our thanks to Tim Holland, our color commentator. And our thanks to you for listening to the old-fashioned way on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville, or the new-fashioned way, hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WiMAX. The basketball season has come to an end. The baseball and softball broadcast season starts for us on Monday. So we'll have live baseball action for you on Monday afternoon on the Hometown Radio Network. God bless. Have a great, fun, and safe evening, and we'll see you on Monday with more high school sports on the Hometown Radio Network.
The Stuart Powell Ford Sweet 16 High School Basketball Tournament on the Hometown Radio Network. Today's game is made possible by these sponsors: Stuart Powell Ford, Himes Body Shop, Good Neighbor Pharmacy, DOE Danville Office Equipment, Whitaker Bank, Big Deals Online Store, Bluegrass South Livestock Market, Community Trust Bank, Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency, Bob Allen Motor Mall, Farmers National Bank, Intercounty Energy Cooperative, Essity, H&R Block, Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash, the Parthenon Greek American Eats, Shelter Insurance, Cindy Lanham, Agent, Monticello Banking Company, Lexington Ice Center, McDonald's Restaurant, Ephraim McDowell Health, Remax of Danville, Tammy Carr Agent, Goldie Financial, Johnson Pullman Insurance Agency, Hardee's Restaurant, Mountain Harbor Inn, Papa's Truck Stop and Papa's Quick Stop. Today's Stuart Powell Ford Sweet 16 game is a sports presentation of the Hometown Radio Network.
Opinions to you, and it changes hour by hour.
Right, and it's nothing against you, Sean.
We saw that coming.
WHIR actively caught the animal. I think it was just like they released the animal on this person's property, and then it was like, I got a turtle problem. I'm going to need the turtle now.
Point being, like, we used to have just random celebrities sometimes just wandering through the halls, and now we don't have it at all. But let's take a break, and I'll go find out who it is.
Yeah, go see who's performing.
Okay.
My politics are not going to be what's number one. What's going to be number one, as it should be, is law and order. If you violate the law, if you have somebody swatted because of and you're targeting them because of their beliefs, whether it be religious, whether it be political, you should be held accountable for that. If you are using the marshal's office and FBI to come after and attack somebody and wasting taxpayer dollars in an unlawful attempt to intimidate them, you should be prosecuted. If you want to go and spray paint Tesla and go after somebody's vehicle, their private vehicle, or property in the state, I'll tell you, in the great state of New Jersey, you will be prosecuted. And that's not political. That's just the law. It doesn't matter who owns Tesla. I don't care if it's Ford. I don't care if it's Subaru. If you are doing that to anybody and targeting a certain group, you will not have it. That is effectively terroristic, and I just won't stand for it. So I can tell you that there's going to be some real shaking up in New Jersey for myself, and I'll be following Pam's lead. This is not about politics. This is about law and order, safety, and security. You should not be asleep, Joe, and be petrified that somebody's going to SWAT your house because you happen to be a conservative voice in social media. It's just not the way this world works. It's not the way this country works. There are parts of this world that work that way, but not this country.
I just love that you're out there fighting for us, Alina. I'm super proud of you. Congratulations on the move. Interim U.S. Attorney of the great state of New Jersey. It's Alina Haba. Alina, thanks a million for making the time, and stay safe, and let's stay in contact, okay?
You got it. Thanks, Joe.
I appreciate you. We're back after this. Stay right here.